Welcome, everybody, to another great episode from the Urban Paranormal Podcast, where you might be crazy to some,
but you're family to us. Hey.
For real, you are family.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I am your host, JH.
And I'm your moderator, Trent A. Johnson.
And this is your anchorman, Dave R.
He almost forgets his name like all the time.
Every time.
Yeah, you know what I'm
I
saying?
almost forgot. Moving on.
So we also have the voice of Erica in the house.
Hello, what's up? Peace
How
and
you
blessings,
doing?
everybody.
Okay.
What up, what
and
up?
of course, we have the executive from Ego Network Television
What's
in the
that
house.
name?
What's going on, Ego?
There
What's this
you
Ego
go.
here?
So there you go.
Thank y'all for having me.
Yeah.
And we also have the Miss Beautiful workout fitness nut and actress, Mrs. Candy.
What's up, Candy
Yeah.
Cane?
What's up?
Candy Cane. What's up? What's
Correct.
up?
What's the deal?
Right. And of course, behind our work that we have going on here, guys, we have our IT guy, OZ.
OZ.
So if some
Is that
shit-
like 40 ounce?
It's probably like 40 ounce because, guys, if something gets fucked up right now, it's OZ.
So he's drinking
back.
the 40
back.
ounce
You
back
know? So, anyway, we're talking about werewolves. Right. That was crazy. But the thing about them, they're like, you can consider them, I guess, Satan's hounds, you know?
Yeah.
They've been called so many things throughout the years. I mean, the folklore, the just the lure around
Man
them.
Wolf.
Yeah, Bad Wolf. Yeah.
Teen Wolf.
Yeah, yeah. You know,
The Wolf.
it's amazing that the wolf in general, the word for that, they kind of seem to symbolize that with like bad things to happen.
Well, it's a predator. That's why.
Well, okay.
Yes, it is
Yeah.
technically a
Okay.
predator.
Yeah.
There's no technically to it. It's
It
a
is
fucking
The
predator.
thirst for blood and to kill
Yeah,
people.
they don't eat broccoli and shit.
No.
Well, it's more of an instinct
Right.
to kill. It's more animalistic. It's more of a temperamental type. Other names that they have gave it, Hollywood fantasized it with the Wolfman. And then if we're trying to get a little more technical on the British European side, lichens.
Yeah, more.
Lichens.
Lycanthrope.
Right.
Lycanthrope.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I've heard
Lycanthrope or
the lupine.
lycanthropy.
That's from the movie too, like that.
Underworld.
Right? That's what it was. Lycans
Yes.
in the movie. Yeah.
Well, that's
Yes.
the real name for him. Like
That's the real name for
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rare disease is known as lycanthropy, which basically they call it as a disease that turns you into a werewolf. But we'll debunk on that.
It actually it's a disorder where you think you're a werewolf.
Right.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You think
This
that.
is good.
It's actually a clinical disease
Yeah.
called lycanthropy.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's it.
I just call that shit crazy.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is.
Yo, you
exactly.
wolf.
Well, you know they got to label each kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
Yeah.
here go the thing. We always speak about werewolves and different things like that, but because everyone knows. But do you know there's actually a order to these guys? Like a order. They have a
Order?
title.
What do you mean?
Like
an
different
order?
Okay.
types?
Well,
They're
Different levels?
go ahead.
okay. Yeah, there's actually an alpha male, right? And then there's beta males. And then when they're too busy tearing up shit, right? Then comes the delta males.
Oh, okay, that's like in the pack.
Yes.
With,
Yes.
with
Wolf
real wolves.
With real
Yeah,
wolves
okay.
and yeah,
Yes.
they
Yes, I
have
can
the,
see that.
Yeah, they have the delta males now. And here's the question: I just want to throw this one out, just since we're talking about it.
What's that?
What do you call a female werewolf?
She will.
No, it's the capital. It's the capital B word.
Hey,
A bitch?
no,
Thank you.
Bitch wolf?
No, I don't
no,
know.
no, it is not. And
What? She-wolf.
She's
a female dog.
She wolf is actually what you call a female werewolf.
Wow.
But who's the higher? I just gave you the hierarchy for the males.
You said she-wolf?
She-wolf is
Okay,
the actual.
okay.
Right. What do you call the leader, the alpha female? What is her name? What
Queen
is
Wolf.
Queen
No.
Wolf.
Luna?
Oh, because the moon.
Okay, that's the moon.
Luna. Yeah, she's called the Luna female.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Never
great.
heard that.
Luna.
but-
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah, you
tattoo
can
on
look
my
it
breast.
up.
The
Yeah,
moon,
Luna.
the moon
Luna.
female.
She's the main
Right.
one. I mean, you think
Well,
about
that
it.
makes
though.
sense because
It's a pack and
yeah, the moon would trigger their ass to
go shit back crazy.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so and they move in packs.
Change my
Now,
That's dope, huh?
yeah, but I
Can I
gotta,
say
I really have to throw this out because there was so much words about Team Edward, Team whatever, because it was werewolves versus vampires.
Yeah.
Okay,
Always.
They like cousins and shit.
basically.
Yeah.
So I had to go and I had to research this to get this answer, like all the way around. First of all, do you know how long supposedly a werewolf lives?
For thousands of years.
Yeah.
Until they meet a silver bullet.
Okay,
Yeah.
their average lifespan
Right.
is 1,700 years to 2,500
Okay,
years.
so are you getting this out of like the werewolf fact book or
Yeah, like the lore. I went through
Okay,
everything. Yeah,
okay.
right. And so here's the question: which one is actually stronger between? Because of the Twilight situation, you had the werewolves and you had the vampires, right? And no matter,
Always werewolf. Always
I
werewolf.
think vampires.
really,
Because vampires are smarter. Werewolf
Yeah,
is just
that- that
instinct
makes
dog.
sense.
There's a
That
big
makes
ass
sense.
dog.
Well,
yeah, but in like
vampires, you can
hand-to-hand combat, I think the werewolf got it. though.
okay,
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they underestimate the
okay,
werewolf.
right, okay.
The strength of the werewolf.
I would
Oh.
have to side with Ego as far as the vampires would be the superior one. Not so much of the physical combat, but more of their knowledge on the magical powers and the active illusion that would act as more as an evasive matter.
Okay, so awesome. So I went through everything, right? Fan, folklore, everything. And this is who is stronger. The werewolves are stronger.
Of course.
Yes, they are stronger.
Animal
And the
instinct.
only
Animals,
thing that gives the vampire the edge is what Ego said earlier, the intellect
Smartness.
and the speed.
And then the intelligence, yeah.
Yeah, the intellect.
That's
yeah,
like
yeah,
us.
that's
That's
it.
like us
magic and the
with
dexterity,
a
too.
big dog, a
Yeah.
Rottweiler or something like that. Rottweiler will kill you, but we have the intelligence to be able to control it because we know how to,
Right.
manipulate it.
But what's the ratio of someone being more intelligent?
I mean, but when you go all full dog mode, they a dog.
Animal.
I mean,
Animal
yeah.
instinct,
yeah, they go into their instinct mode. But you, as a human, you can sit there because a vampire is still technically a damn human, and he can think.
A
Sit there and
werewolf is
calculate.
too.
Well, not when they
But
in full
I
dog
think
mode.
in hand to hand, just Dracula ain't got time to prep like Batman and shit.
Yeah.
I think werewolf got his ass.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, he will.
You know what I'm
They don't
saying?
want to fuck with
Just-
them werewolves.
just in
because you
sheer-
said he's stronger.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
sheer strength and ferocity.
But a
Right.
vampire can
Motherfuckers
just
ferocious.
a vampire can fly the
Yeah.
fuck away.
Well, not,
also-
I'm just saying
Like,
if
you know, I wonder the-
they in a tight room, werewolf got it.
Fight.
Werewolf definitely.
Okay, since I
Yeah.
know more about the vampire lore and
Yeah.
so forth, may I also add the vampires have the ability to kind of crawl on walls and they have the ability to turn into poison mists, which means that they can slowly poison the creature in combat.
Well,
Poison
that
mist.
goes on
If he
whatever
has time.
vampire
Venom,
movie you
venom.
watch.
Right, yeah.
Yes.
They
I mean,
changed the power.
Yeah, they
Still for the
changed. Yeah,
vampire.
I'm with
Yeah.
you on that one.
Plus
too.
the-
Hey,
plus
but y'all
the vampires have
y'all know
brutal claws,
in
too.
Europe in the 1500s
Yes, I do.
that there was like when they had the witch hunts, they actually had the werewolf hunts too.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
A lot of people were accused of being werewolves and were burned at the stake,
People crazy.
beheaded,
Yeah.
Well, there was reason
put
for
on
it.
something called the rack.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
You know what the rack
yeah.
is?
Yes.
Yes,
And a
sir.
lot of people confess to being vampires.
You would too if they
I know
fucking
if they
you up.
fucking stretching your
Yeah.
ass
Yeah.
like fucking Laffy Taffy and shit.
Mm-hmm.
For
Oh,
real.
the rack.
Yeah.
Yes,
They
it's a
put your
stretcher.
body on it and they stretch you.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
That's
And-
terrible.
And accuse you of being a werewolf.
Yeah.
And basically, your ligaments, your joints, your rib cages will be stretched out, pulled out. By the time you don't confess, you'll be so disabled on your limbs, you won't be able to move or feed yourself.
You wouldn't be disabled. You'd be dead.
Yeah, I
because
think you'd be
they,
dead.
they never let you go. Oh, you said it's okay. Fine, let him go.
No, they'll just kill you on the spot.
Yeah. So Trent, I mean, like in this situation, they did have the werewolf hunts, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah, like I said, they accused a lot of people like it was just two guys.
Okay.
Pierre Burgot.
Yes.
And Michelle Verdun. They were accused of being werewolf. And so they had to go to court. They had like werewolf court and shit. And while they were being tortured, they actually admitted to eating 2 kids, 2 pregnant women, and a bunch of other villagers. And people suggest that they were just sick killers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, because back in the days, they didn't have words for serial killers.
Right.
The closest thing they could probably
Right.
come up with was he's a fucking werewolf.
Wow.
maniac.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Lunatic.
a lunatic motherfucker.
Right. You know.
Yeah, so this is Pierre Burgot and Michelle Verdun. They were some of the first people to be accused during the werewolf trials.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
Some of the most popular because of the torture.
Yeah.
They did. They were killers. They were eating. I mean, you think about the time period. So there was a particular famine going on.
But you just mostly consider that cannibalism.
Yes, I know.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
But
yeah.
see,
they were just some sick motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Unless they were wearing fur.
right.
Yeah. Or they were just hairy as fuck.
Or
Oh,
hairy as
they was those crazy people you were calling them. What'd you call them? The name you gave?
Lunatics?
No, the name you gave for the crazy people who think that they're
Oh,
werewolves.
like lycanthropy.
Yeah,
Right.
so they
Yeah.
probably could be doing the moves of it, but it's still a cannibal.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, just so you know, that it was actually the Romans. There's a thing with Zeus, and the thing is that Zeus was fed this sacrificed boy, you know, in his food, and he was pissed when he found out that he was eating human flesh. So Zeus, this is the first thing of it, he turns the man and his son into werewolves.
Oh wow, I would have did that shit too.
Right, and so from that point on, it became part of the folklore.
Lore and
And
shit.
so when these people are going on trial, eating human flesh, they were considered to be.
And then I didn't mean to cut you
No,
off.
go ahead.
And then at the same time, during that time, bro, like real wolves, they did hunt and eat people.
Right.
Yes.
We didn't have lights to keep predators off, and like when Europeans got over here, they killed off all
Right.
predators and shit.
Right.
Back in those days, predators were around and actually preying on people.
Right.
So when you see this big ass wolf eating somebody, they just attach supernatural to
To
it.
that.
That's what I think.
Yeah. Well,
You know what I'm
when
saying?
you
A combination of the both.
both, yeah.
Yeah.
And when you speak about Pierre, what made his stuff so big is that he's literally probably the worst of all of the torture device situations. His situation.
It was
Because-
got some more that was worse.
Oh, okay. Well, they
Got people
actually
being burned and shit.
Well, see, he was also.
Yeah.
They put him on his rack, and they tore his teeth and pulled all this little stuff off of him, like his body parts, and they broke all his body parts. Then went to stretching. Then while he was alive.
So how long you think you could take that before you confess to be a
Man,
vampire?
fuck that. I'll make
a
myself
werewolf.
you don't
look
need to
like-
confess.
I know.
Because you're going to die anyway.
After my very first tooth.
Nah, I'll probably be when they taking me to that motherfucker. I'll be like
I'll lay
werewolf.
out and die.
Yeah, so they can just kill you now. Kill me now.
Start barking at them.
Let's get this
For
over
real. I
with.
see that shit. I'm
Right.
like werewolf, bro.
Right. So after they did all of that shit to him, after they did all
real.
of that,
Yeah.
they then cut his head off.
Wow.
And after they done that, right, they then burned him. Then they brought in his wife.
Pope Pierre.
Yeah, and then they burned her ass up, and there was another woman that they burned with them.
Well, you know they actually had a werewolf judge.
What?
back
No,
in
that
those
I didn't know
days.
that.
His name was Henry Bouget.
Oh,
He sound bougie. Bouget. He was a werewolf judge for 15 years in the early 1600s, and he sent between 60 and 30 people to various forms of death for being a werewolf.
that sucks.
Yeah, Mr. Henry Bouget.
So it sounded like they didn't want people to be werewolves. Like,
Nah, they were scared of that shit. And get this shit, bro. He actually sent like a 9-year-old girl to be burned to death because she liked running around on all fours like a dog and acting like a dog.
that is fucking
So
crazy.
they took it as werewolf. He had a little ass crispified.
You know, and when you and because he called himself.
I don't mean to laugh, but I don't know why.
No,
that was
no,
funny.
it's fucked up. But But when you say that though,
Yeah.
I think about it like this guy had a certain logic that he went through for what he was taught, right?
Yeah.
And
For what they knew at the time.
From what he knew at the time. So I can see that being David actually being the guy that's sending people because calling them werewolves. I can see him.
David?
I can see him. David.
I don't think so.
Wait, he don't.
Shit.
I think that would be you.
No, I would not.
Yeah, I don't think David would.
I think David
He's
would.
a werewolf. Let's torture him.
Nah, I'd have been having fun. Can you bite me? How you become a werewolf? You know?
Back stretching.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
I
because
could play either role if that was theoretically the case, but I did play a werewolf in the haunted houses and scared people.
Well, yeah, I'm talking about.
Interesting.
I'm talking about at that time, given the information you was given and the way you believe things, you would have sent a whole lot of motherfuckers to burn at the stake and shit behind being a werewolf.
I don't think so.
In a
Shit.
theoretical aspect, if I was ignorant, it could, but then again, I wouldn't have the heart.
Good answer, David.
Because
I
those people
wouldn't
were
have the heart
ignorant.
to kind of torture people that way. Oh,
But that was a good answer because those people were truly ignorant to what everything. Well, they were scared.
Yeah.
They were scared of everything.
Yeah, that's
They were
crazy.
scared of everything.
Yeah,
You know.
they viewed them as witches.
Right.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
did.
That same category.
Right.
The same fear of
Same, right.
Werewolf, witch, same thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Even if it's just they just
They all like
Right.
cousins,
Right.
werewolves,
Right.
witches,
But even,
wackulous.
I mean, and I know Trent's going to get into more of that because I have a lot to get into. But I really want to say though, when you see what they was doing to those people, it's amazing that we have the folklore today that we, how can I say, glorify these people in movies like Twilight Zone and Underworld. It's amazing that people would say, "I would be a werewolf over a vampire." When you really
Who said that?
Well, they had no, seriously. When they did Twilight, they had a Team Edward and they had a Team Jacob. Yeah, and the people were saying what they would be. They would be a werewolf, or they would be a.
So what was who's the winner?
Well, I think it's in between both. I think it's like really in between both. Just the idea and concept that we know where Dracula started. We know where the werewolf started, and today, from that point to now, people would say, "Yeah, I'd be a werewolf. Yeah, I'd be a vampire." No, you wouldn't if they was torturing your homeboys outside every day and shit. You know what I'm saying?
right?
Like you damn
So I
wouldn't.
want to ask the panelists, what's y'all favorite werewolf movie? Starting with Jay.
Favorite werewolf movie? Well, it's a part of it, but
Make it quick, sucker.
yeah, you goddamn right. Without the shadow of a doubt, the Underworld series.
I was
Underworld?
just gonna say
man.
Underworld.
I haven't seen any of
Okay,
that.
I'm
I was
gonna go
gonna
to my
say
second runner-up.
Underworld.
Okay.
Damn.
And one more question. Who was your favorite character?
The main guy who wrote the movie, the black guy.
Okay,
Okay, cool.
David. Favorite movie and
I Am a Teenage Werewolf by Michael J. Fox. It was humorous and it also had a horror twist. Pretty creative.
Teen Wolf?
I Was an American Teenage Werewolf. That's a movie.
No, I feel you, bro. I
I
feel
love
you.
it.
I like it. I
It's
like
comedy
it. I like
and
it.
horror.
I like
That's
it.
not Teen Wolf, is it?
It is.
Okay, yeah, it
I Am an
actually is.
American Teenage Werewolf.
Yeah.
It's
Which
Michael
one-
J. Fox?
Yes.
What's the
He
real name
actually,
of it?
No, that's the. He just told you what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, but I thought it was one called just Teen Wolf.
It
No,
was. It is. It
Oh,
is.
it is? Okay.
Yes, it
Oh,
is.
okay, okay, cool.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Okay,
they
I've
had a
never heard of
sequel
that
too, like I'm an American Teen Wolf in London, where he actually goes to London.
Okay.
It's the real Michael J. Fox.
Yes.
And what year is this?
What?
It was like in the late 80s.
This movie is
early
called
90s.
That's
Teen Wolf.
impossible.
That's
the
Teen
late
Wolf.
80s is Teen Wolf.
That's the one with Michael J.
no,
Fox.
no. See, American Werewolf in London, bro. Okay, I'm an American Teen Wolf.
Right.
Was a spinoff of Teen Wolf.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Sweet.
Never
And-
heard of that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
I
they
got to catch up on this. This is awesome.
Then they rewrite it to make it more gory, and it's called Teen Wolf, and they have new actors
wait a
and
minute,
everything.
wait
I
a
ain't know shit about that.
Yeah, the one I'm talking about is comedy with Michael J.
Yes,
Fox.
yes.
That's the one
That's
I
what I'm
like.
talking about.
And that's who.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
Teen Wolf.
Yes.
Teen Wolf, okay.
Everyone at
Let's go
home.
Teen
Okay,
Wolf.
It is
Erica,
Teen Wolf.
what's your favorite?
I was gonna say Teen Wolf.
Yeah, me
but then
too.
I realized I really do like guts and shit. And
Okay.
Not and shit, but you know,
And shit.
I like
Yeah,
guts.
she just
Right,
good.
right.
I like
Like
the
And
guts
shit.
and
well,
shit.
guts is the shit, you know.
Right,
Anyway,
right.
I was a little girl, always watching some crazy shit. Do y'all remember The Howling?
Oh my God! Thumbs up, baby. Thumbs up. Beef.
Look, how the hell did that go from the spectrum of Teen Wolf to the Howling. I don't know. But I do like comedy, but I like gore.
That
too.
woman was on TV trying to show everybody the truth, and she
Right.
turned into a fucking she-wolf on
Yes,
television,
I love
and they
that
shot her
shit.
ass.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So,
What was yours?
what about
It
you?
was the Harley.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
with Dee Wallace.
Wow.
That was her name, Dee Wallace.
That's right. You can still
She
be
played
the
in Cool. She played in Cujo.
Yeah,
You had the
that's
same
it.
movie.
So
Okay,
what about you,
Mr.
Candy?
I said Underworld.
Oh, wow.
But the Awakening series, though, I like
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, our tech guy, he said Silver Bullet by Stephen King.
Silver Bullet.
Yeah.
With little baby Corey Haim.
No,
Yeah.
since me and her got the same one, I'll change mine. What's the werewolf?
Mine is you.
The werewolf one.
The Werewolf from London?
Yeah, the one in the.
okay.
one,
That's
the one
my fucking movie. You can't go back.
Man.
No, he. I'm
no,
saying
you're talking about Werewolf in London. I'm
Yeah.
talking about the one with the Spanish guy.
Oh wait, the remake.
Yes, that's
Yes,
the one.
the remake.
That's the
Wolfman.
one. That's
he
the
did
one.
such
the
a
Wolfman.
beautiful job. Yes.
David,
Oh, that's right.
Dave is my homeboy.
The
He's
one-
right
there
with
you
me.
go.
Ding, ding, ding. We got
the,
it,
the
buddy.
Spanish guy who did the remake. Yes, I remember.
Yeah,
that.
Well, I like American Werewolf in London.
Yeah, that is
the baddest one.
to me. That was the very first. It was the very first cool transition of a werewolf.
It was the best. to
Yeah,
me. Still.
when he raised the hand up and his
Yeah,
hand got
hell
big
yeah.
and shit, and he hit the ground. That shit was awesome.
Man, the end part was the dopest part.
When they shot the shit out of him.
No, when they were trying to hold him in the movie theater, and he bust out and just started wreaking havoc.
Yeah, eating up
Cars
everybody.
were wrecking. He was biting off
Well,
heads.
that's not the end. The end
It's
is
right
when they,
next to the end.
Is when they shot
Yeah,
the shit
yeah,
out of him.
yeah.
Okay, but
Duh.
you like right before that, right?
Duh, motherfucker.
Yeah.
But no, that was a badass
Yeah,
movie.
it was.
That,
I loved it.
Well, in weird werewolf news, I have 3 little small facts that I'd like to share into the board whatsoever.
Okay.
And they are 3 possible source cause of conditions of lycanthropy or the werewolf transformation. Here it is. The curse transformation is oftentimes, magical, or, the werewolf biting you or whatsoever, and you have to survive through the bite. The second one is genetic condition. If you have the gene, that's passed on to, like, what Jay said, where Zeus curses you and then you come from a bloodline where you have the werewolf gene, you have the ability to transform. The third one is spiritual possession. Possession by a wolf spirit becoming one being. And this is a little bit leaning more relative towards to the Aztec Mesoamericans, where you would have the shamans transform into these good wolf type creatures or the bad wolf type creatures that eat cattle or humans.
Okay.
What about the one where they have the bullshit lore in my mind? The one about they drink blood, the wolf blood.
The wolf blood?
Yeah.
That's more onto the to the bad werewolves, where they would try to drink the blood off from the cattle, according to the Mexican Aztec lore.
Okay.
Good question, by the way.
Those some of those
So it was
some
cattle blood.
Indians. That's when they.
Skinwalker.
Yes.
Yeah.
The shamans.
That's
Yeah.
it. That's it. The shamans.
Yeah.
Wow. So what's up with the moon? What's up with the association with the moon and werewolf?
I can only guess that. I know you have the answer. That's why you
No,
asked.
don't.
it.
Demon
I'm
time.
asking.
Oh,
I would be glad to answer
please
that.
answer because I can't.
I don't know.
I'm only going to guess.
Okay, so the moon is basically a reference to what the writer was saying about the werewolf story, that all wolves would howl into the moon. He got that idea and he decided to
full
write
moon.
it down. Yes, he write it down as a key to transform the person who had the curse of the werewolf or the genetic, the genetic issue.
Yeah.
And then that would be the key for him to just transform, and it became iconized as a Hollywood folklore culture.
So you associate the moon
With the transformation.
with and being crazy, I guess.
Yes, back in the Greek times and back
No, I
in
like
the
that.
medieval
I mean, because
I believe it.
No,
if you
no,
look
I
at
like.
the
Hold on,
world,
hold
Hence
on.
the
I like.
word
I like it.
lunatic.
Yeah,
Right,
Lunar.
right. Luna.
Yeah, lunatic.
yes,
Luna.
fast
Yeah.
forwarding,
Lunacy.
exactly.
The origin of that.
I like that.
Exactly.
I like that.
Luna, the head female of the wolves.
Right.
Or female
Yeah.
wolves.
Fun fact. The word luna, if you go and look at the Latin word, it's like lunatic or something, or lunar. That actually also means a word for crazy. So when
Right.
they used to
That's what we
criticize
just said.
people
Yeah,
when they
that's
go
exactly what
out
we
to see
said.
the moon, they were
But he
crazy.
gotta
But
get it out.
actually, they were spiritual people, praising into the moon and praising to the night creatures for protection.
yeah, there was actually a group called the Lunatics.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know,
I wonder where they
Saint
crazy.
lunatics?
well,
No,
probably,
not the Saint.
no.
They were actually not
Yeah.
crazy because
But it-
the
I think
people
it's pretty
labeled
dope.
them.
Right.
Yeah,
But I
it's
think
pretty
that
dope.
I think the moon when it comes out, like even they had the red moon, like
Right.
Roanoke, the American Horror Story one.
Yes.
It's just because when the moon comes out, it gives off this energy.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's
think
able.
so.
It talks to those type of spirits that people have or whatever.
Yep.
But it's the full moon, not
The
just
full-
the moon, y'all.
yeah,
Yeah,
the
the
full
Right.
It just has
Full
more
moon.
power, yeah.
Right. So, hey, you guys at home, just so you understand, we had just said the same thing about lunatic and everything, and David had to say it again. Well, let me explain that to you.
For science.
Yeah, right, for science. See, David is more like a saxophone, right? As a saxophone player, you have all of that air built up in you. Even though that fucking note changed, you have to get that shit up out of you. Okay? And that's just kind of how David does things. All right? So I tell you what, man, here's the thing. We're talking about werewolves, the folklore, the different things, where they came from. You know, like Trent gave a good one about the Luna. And so you know why the name Luna is there. You know why the word lunatic is there. You know why they completely change. And when the moon hits, because they turn into straight lunatic mode.
Yeah.
So you know all these things. So I tell you what, when you get back, we're going to tell you some more shit you might didn't know.
Deuces.
Just-in-time Tax Houston is here to provide our clients with quality, fast tax services. Our tax specialists are available 7 days a week. Due to COVID-19, we will be providing our clients the opportunity to do virtual video meetings. Not only does Just-in-Time Tax Houston provides quality tax services, we also give our clients the opportunity to restore their credit through our new credit resolution program.
I know y'all heard Trent say we back, and that's exactly what's happening right now.
Yep.
We are back, and we're talking about
Goddamn werewolves.
exactly Satan's hounds.
Yup.
You know,
Can I get a howl? The whole pack ain't howl, man. What's up?
no, look here.
Okay.
Actually, for me,
that was whack.
Satan's hounds for me were Dobermans and Rockwellers.
Okay.
You know, but
Okay.
wolves are, I think, above a step above that shit. If you can turn into a human, you're a bad motherfucker. If you're a wolf and turn into a human, you're a bad motherfucker, man.
Yeah. So let me start off with this.
Please.
So Jefferson, Wisconsin in 1936, this priest, Mark Shackleman,
Okay.
he was riding down this dark road late at night, and he came across this fucking creature. He said it was the size of a man, had a dog-like snout,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And it was digging on side of the road.
Digging.
So it was digging.
Oh, digging in it.
Yeah.
Right.
Like
Yeah,
dogs.
but standing on feet, like a
okay.
human,
Okay.
but digging on side of the road. So he said he slowed down, looked at the shit, and the shit looked at him, you know what I'm saying? And he was just like in a staring contest with it. And he said he prayed, and the motherfucker ran back into the forest.
So would that be equivalent to holding up the
The cross?
crucifix?
I guess
cross?
so. I
Well,
guess so.
Putting that faith.
And then this creature was spotted several other times by other people in that area.
Did they pray?
I don't know.
They all went to the same
Hopefully they
church.
ran, prayed, something.
It was
Well-
a small town.
Got some silver.
Yeah. This was Jefferson, Wisconsin, and this was in 1936. Yeah.
Well, I want to say that
So y'all think that's some bullshit, or
I don't know, but I do know this: the prayer part aspect of it is straight 100% bullshit.
Why you
because,
say that?
Well, because all of the lore, what they say that the only things that deal with a vampire is obviously a silver bullet, silver.
Wait, a vampire?
okay? You said lure.
I
but then you said,
I said vampire. I didn't mean vampire. Werewolf.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right? Is a silver bullet, right? And wolf bane.
okay.
A
That-
wolf
that's
bane
it.
is
Yeah.
is
Like a
another
flower.
counter.
Yeah.
Yes, a flower.
object.
They avoid that shit like
It's
the
like a
plague.
flower?
So you saying
Yes.
that
But
that the
it's like
same
the smell
shit
of it.
that works for a vampire won't work on a werewolf?
No,
Correct.
prayer
So I
cross
can't.
won't
So,
work.
so you saying I can't stake a
Yeah,
werewolf?
you can stake it, but it ain't got nothing to do with shit. It's just you
Okay.
stab that motherfucker. You know
May
what I'm
I
saying?
also
Yeah.
add too that the werewolf has a certain degree of invulnerability to normal weapons. So you must craft any type of weapon or object with silver in order to penetrate or to cut.
Yeah,
through
you can't just stake
But,
him.
Okay.
but hold on, wait a minute. Let's just talk about what Trent just asked. He said, "So I can't use what I do on a vampire." But it's funny because a
Yeah,
vampire,
they like cousins. And
right?
shit.
The vampire uses
You know what I'm
silver
saying?
and all of that, which is supposed to be how they
that a
spin it.
myth, or-
This is a myth, but still they spin it in a Dracula movie that he was Judas and he received these coins, which is why the vampires don't fuck with that particular coin.
Okay, so when I was doing my research, what I kept coming across, like how do you become a vampire? We all know, okay, you get bit and they don't
Right.
kill you.
Or scratched.
Yeah, you become a
Or-
vampire.
Or you can make a deal with the Lord
With
of
the
Darkness
death,
and
yeah.
become the vampire.
Okay, I heard that one. But I came across people having some type of ointment that they could rub on their body and it would turn them into a werewolf.
Ointment.
Yes,
I don't know about
that
that
is
one.
true.
Yeah, this was in the 30s and shit. And I think it was part of making the deal with the devil, though.
Yes, it is.
You had to get this ointment from the devil, I think.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Never
it's
heard
like
of that
Camphofonique.
Camphofonique. That's what mommy said that on dresser.
Like,
I don't know.
werewolf juice.
I just think that throughout the times it's been labeled as bad and with the devil. I don't know because they don't have they're not the same as the vampires. They're not the same.
Nah, I mean, I think they more ferocious.
They're parallel, but
Yeah,
they're
they
not
are.
the same.
They are.
Garlic, vampire. Which I
Well, I
said.
don't think garlic fuck with werewolves.
No, that's what I'm
God
saying.
doesn't
Garlic
mess
for the
with werewolves.
vampire, but then you mentioned that
Wolfbane for the
exactly.
Wolfbane is
right.
You know, we can get
For
some
the
wolf's
werewolves.
bane.
Yeah, in the woods.
You know what that shit look like?
No.
I know, right? Like he like, yeah, I'm gonna go straight to it. You don't know what the fucking wolf's
Another
bane looks
another
like.
elemental weakness that the werewolves will encounter. It's only a temporary weakness is fire. Because I saw when the Wolfman was trying to attack someone and then someone
yeah,
pulled
yeah,
the
fire
torch,
too.
the Wolfman was scared, just like the animals.
Well,
That's
yeah.
the downfall of the animalistic traits.
Absolutely. You know what, boy? You nailed that shit. I
Wow.
can't say shit about that. That's right. With any wolf, with any animal, you throw fire out there, they
burn.
stop. They
That's
stop.
true.
Like fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Run
So-
away howling.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got this a little more recent story. It ain't very recent, but it was 1971 in Fort Gallup, New Mexico. It was this group of kids. They were on vacation. You know what I'm saying? They driving these roads in Mexico, well, New Mexico.
Yes.
And they come across a fucking 7-foot wolf at the shoulders, like a regular wolf, but it's fucking 7 foot at the shoulders. And
Believable.
they say it wasn't something. It was something unnatural about it. And as they rode by it, that motherfucker started galloping outside the car. They were going 45 miles an hour, and this motherfucker keeping up with the car. So now they all laughing, ha ha ha. Then they realizing they scared, so they speed up to like 60. This motherfucker still keeping up with the car. So now they start rolling up the windows, getting scared and shit. And this motherfucker is still following them. So one of them had a gun, and he shot it. And he said the motherfucker slowed back and they sped off and never went back. So it's like, oh, this is fun, jokey joke. And then they realized they were probably about to die.
Okay.
Get eaten.
In the 70s.
This was
1971.
They was probably smoking some
New
real.
Mexico.
Well, I'm not.
I believe him.
No, I believe him.
I believe that story.
I believe it personally because I talked to someone who was out in the country, and when she was trying to go
Princeton.
wolf hunting and so forth, she did encounter a large wolf that was around the size of a car
God
that she
damn.
killed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Car?
Yeah, I mean, because
Yeah, a small car.
I mean, because if you see a fucking lion, man, I went to the zoo. I was like, well, what the fuck? That bitch is the size of a truck.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You see them on TV, and that don't do them justice. So these
Right.
animals are fucking huge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wolves can get really big. There is an
Yeah.
actual video on YouTube
They're like
where
a man wolf.
right, where this dog runs out after this damn wolf, and it's just a wolf. This fucking wolf looked like a person when it comes to the size of this dog, but you can see the size of the dog to the person who's filming. Bro, these wolves get big. So saying 7 foot, that's not. Once that wolf stands up, it could be 7 foot easily.
No, it wasn't standing up. It was on
On all
fours.
four hinds.
Well, see
Yeah.
now with
So
that, with
that's 7 foot at the fucking shoulder.
see, and that's
I don't
scary.
That's a
understand
big
that 7 foot at the
motherfucker.
shoulder.
So
What does
it's
that mean?
big.
What he's
I mean,
saying,
like a dog. Just picture a dog
Okay.
Yeah.
And the head
on
side.
all fours.
Yeah, yeah.
Measure that motherfucker from the ground to
being the
his back.
Dogs
tall
are
as
on all
Shaquille
fours,
O'Neal.
7
Yes.
foot.
So that means when it stood up, it was damn near 14 feet or
Yes.
something like that.
12 feet tall.
Yeah.
So is Bigfoot a wolf?
Well, here go the thing. I'm gonna
No.
tell you.
Could be.
That is
I
a
can
good
debunk
point.
this one.
I know they both hairy.
Bigfoot is a branch of a Neanderthal, pretty much. It goes on its two binary legs. A wolf, on the other hand, it can grow as tall up to 6 feet to 7 feet and so forth, as long as it has its hind eggs and it has the canine type of features. The Bigfoot, however, does not have all carnivorous teeth, nor does it even have, any of its little snout whatsoever.
Go.
Yeah, hold on.
Go.
I want to figure out how the hell he debunked it. I'm trying to figure out how he debunked
I
it.
just basically
Well,
used the
I don't
zoology knowledge, but hey,
he
Trent,
didn't
go ahead,
debunk
take it from there.
He didn't debunk it. He just gave a scientific
Approach.
analysis
Well,
of both species.
well, I'm not going to give a scientific analogy. I am going to give a black person analogy about that
Well,
situation.
Fire away,
Go right
Jay.
ahead, brother.
Right, here go the black person analogy.
Let's do it.
We drive it in the car, and something is on all four, cup
Keeping
full
up
of
with
air,
us.
keeping up with us, and it's 7 foot tall on all fours. We're not going to be laughing and playing at
That's
45.
taller than the car, bro.
Right, that's way taller than the car. We're not going to be
Yeah.
laughing and playing at
No,
none
we
of that
won't be
shit.
doing that.
This shit became serious the moment we saw it.
I know, right?
The gun would have been pulled right away.
right
But
away.
maybe if you high at first, you ride.
I
you
think
look
they
like,
were. They were
They were
giggling,
high.
Yeah, they was high
laughing,
probably at first.
Yeah.
playing and shit.
I don't know. Even high, I understand danger.
Yeah, just because they was high, that don't mean they
But they
didn't
thought,
see
oh,
that
the
shit.
cute dog. He big. Pass that shit.
Wow.
Oh, shit, he's still here. Fuck, go back, go faster, Jimmy. Jimmy, go faster.
Right.
Maybe they were too
I think
exposed
that's how
with
it was.
Darmaduke,
Yeah.
the Great Dane.
Wow.
I don't know. I don't know. Anything that's
Great
that
danger.
tall, that's tall. That's tall. That's big.
That's tall.
Yeah. You sitting in your car, do you understand? You only see his kneecaps. That's it. That's all you see.
That's a big motherfucker.
Yeah, that's all you really see. So I can debunk it right there. Bullshit. Because ain't no way we going to be in the car and see that shit and be like, let's just see how fast we're going to go.
Did you see that movie, The Gray?
Oh, yeah. I
Did you
did.
see
Yeah.
how big the motherfuckers
Oh,
are?
yeah. I know how big wolves get.
Yeah. You got all different kind of types
Types
of
of wolves, yeah.
So it's a big motherfuckers.
Yeah, but I know they ain't 7 feet tall on their fours.
That's tall.
The Debunk Award goes to Jay.
Well,
I
Well,
mean,
you know you're gonna add a couple of feet on some shit.
Oh, you think that's
When
what
you're
they
in
did?
danger, you like, "God, that motherfucker was 7 feet tall." You know,
Yeah,
probably
you gonna
6,
add that? Yeah.
I
5,
still
you
can't
know.
see them 7 feet on
No.
all fours.
I don't know.
Go to
I wasn't
Alaska,
there.
go to the wilderness. If you go and hunt there, you might be able to find some creatures that supposedly we were disillusionized with Hollywood that they were small. When you go out in the nature, you'll be surprised how big they can get.
Okay,
Yeah,
how big are
once they
bears?
stand up. Yeah, once they
Yeah.
stand up. That's when they get to be 7 feet.
When they stand up.
When they stand up
They're like-
behind it. Yeah.
more
They're
than
like
that.
Twilight big.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
easy. Easy.
Okay, well, let's go back to, we were talking about back in the days about the werewolf trials and shit. People
Okay.
being
Okay.
accused.
Right.
I think, what did we say? Lycanthropy and
Yes.
maybe insane serial killers. and
That's what they
shit.
were.
They probably were the ones that were being accused. But I came up with something else that I think might have been involved,
Okay, go ahead.
like rabies.
Okay.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
think one of these people got bit by a rabid wolf or rabbit. I said wabbit.
Rabbit. Oh, don't kill the rabbit. Rabbit season.
I know it's
Your
wabbit
ass was
season.
rabid.
A wabbit wolf.
Right.
Yeah.
A
You know
rabbit.
what I'm saying?
Rabid
And all of a
wolf.
sudden,
Rabid.
Oh, so you get bit.
wabbit.
Okay.
I said wabbit.
Rabbit. Rabbit.
No,
rabbit.
Rabbit.
A rabbit. Rabbit.
Rabid.
I said rabbit.
I know. You
Rabbit.
said that last show and somebody corrected you.
It was me.
Yeah, I know, right?
So, go ahead. I wanna hear what
think
we were saying.
rabies could probably be to blame for some
Well,
of
here
this
go the
shit.
problem with that.
What's that?
I mean, well, no. I'm finished. Let you finish. Now, I'll
I
tell you.
mean, because you get the same symptoms.
And they foam.
well,
You foam at the mouth.
Yeah.
right, but here go the
You
problem.
go fucking crazy.
True.
But those people were eating children.
Some of them were. Some of them were just accused. Like I told you, the little girl was just walking around like a
Oh
dog.
yeah, that's true.
You
that's
know what I'm
true.
saying?
The ones, yeah. When
And
I
then
look,
somebody could just accuse you of being some shit.
right at that time,
Of
You know
those
what I'm saying?
trials.
And you had to prove that you weren't that.
Right.
Well, at the time, you either had to go ahead and get into the weighing nest between the goose and the duck, which is insane, or if it was a little more brutal, like the Salem witch trials, they would drown you. But if you're drowned, you're innocent, you're free. But then if you survived, oh gosh, you are the accused, as they proved.
So either way, you're fucked.
Exactly.
No,
I mean,
okay.
he's right
well,
about
Candy
that.
got it, so
Yeah, I get what he's saying,
Yeah.
but you know, I just like I said, I just say this here.
Wow.
Those people back then, like you find out who's who, and they, as Trent mentioned earlier, guys, they didn't have a word for serial killers.
Yeah.
and diseases. And
Right.
shit.
Well, these people were starving, famine, and different things, and they, as in packs would do, they did packs too. And when they found new people coming in, new settlers, shit,
Yeah, like
they
said,
surrounded their ass and eat them children quick.
they didn't understand medicine and shit.
Right.
Yeah.
That's just like you could have a fucking seizure and they be like, "That's fucking werewolf."
Right.
Yes.
Right. I get it.
Yeah,
Because they
you know
was
what I'm saying?
like David said
Or a
before, they
witch.
were ignorant.
Yeah.
They were ignorant to what
Yeah.
things were.
I mean, they didn't know much.
I mean,
Right.
they could have accused
What
you
you
if
think
were
about that,
bitten.
Eric? I see you giving
Well,
me
actually,
that.
what I am, you caught me
I
thinking.
caught
You
you.
caught me
Yeah.
thinking. But what I'm really thinking, nobody touched on this, and
Yeah.
I did some research. You know,
Okay.
it was about different men at different times of the year. A group of men, hence packs, they would start falling to their knees and start crawling around while it was cold outside, and they would go and skin wolves and wear
What the
their.
f- Oh,
So
okay.
then they were starting to being looked at as werewolves, and they
Wow.
would start acting weird. So I don't know if that was just like certain parts of time in 1700s, I guess.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that derived from anything. I don't know.
It
if that,
probably could. It
you know,
probably has something to
did.
do
That's
with
what-
it.
I
Because
could
kinda- you
I
familiar
could
with
elaborate
that?
more on that.
Okay, go ahead,
actually.
because I flipped
Like
it.
the
My ADD had
skinwalkers.
kicked in.
Yeah, the skinwalkers. But then there was
Yeah,
also
yeah.
but that technique was also used in times of warfare. Whenever they dressed the berserkers back in the Viking times to put wolves, a skinned wolf's head on
1700s?
top. No, we're talking like 1100s.
Oh, 11.
And then when
Yeah.
they were taking the shrooms and boiling it with urine, they got all
Shrooms?
freaking batshit crazy ready to
Hey,
fight.
David, would you try that?
Not in piss.
Shrooms and urine?
Why?
Stop.
Why
You
the
be
piss?
batshit crazy.
Did he not say shrooms?
Okay,
Nah.
for
That's
once
what
I
he
am going to
said.
go to the dark side with Jay, and I'm going to say yes.
Wow.
Why the
We
piss
could-
though?
I'm sure.
And
well,
who's piss?
I can
His own.
piss on
Yeah.
some
His
shrooms.
own. That would be cool.
Right.
We should
No.
do that live on the show.
No.
But why the-
Okay,
why
but
the
anyway,
piss is
The
okay?
Whose
producer
pill
over
we
here like,
using?
no.
Right. Whose
He
pill
can,
we
he can
using?
use his own.
Okay, but
You go-
anyway,
you go
to get
live.
back to
Shroom and
Erica's.
piss.
Go ahead.
Shroom and piss.
Okay, but get
Jay,
to
you're going to have to Man, come on.
Yeah, I got
Okay.
you.
Yeah, write that down.
Yeah.
Oh,
I got you.
he's still talking, y'all. He's still.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Go
Go
ahead,
ahead.
finish it.
Okay,
ahead.
but to get back to Erica's point, as far as wearing the animal suit, wearing the animal fur to become this animal whatsoever, that was a little link that the Berserkers did, because when they did their whole
Right.
pagan prayer or whatever, they were trying to pray for the source of the animal to become one, to
Right.
kill
To
off
catch it.
hundreds
Yeah.
of people of the enemies.
Yeah.
Right,
And
right,
you know,
right,
just
right.
go batshit
1700s.
crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
So-
well, let me ask you guys a question. And yes, you're 100% right.
And he seems real passionate.
He's
about
so
yeah,
it.
because he
funny.
knows
Yes,
it.
I love him.
I know.
But-
Wow. Yeah.
Well, I'm just going to ask you guys, like, who is the most famous werewolf?
Ooh,
Who's the most famous,
Famous
werewolf?
werewolf.
Michael J. Fox.
Now, I mean,
Oh,
even
I know who.
No, that's
Okay.
an actor, not a
okay,
werewolf.
okay. Go ahead.
What's the name? Vampire in Brooklyn.
No.
no,
vampire.
think
The most
werewolf.
famous
Think
werewolf.
Vampire.
Think
In
werewolf.
in the video of Thriller when Michael Jackson was the wolf.
Oh, yeah.
Before he turned into the zombie.
Oh, he was a
Man, he was a wolf in the very
God,
beginning.
I
That's
think
the
that-
most famous.
I don't know.
He's
I'm
I
most
agree,
famous.
Ego. I agree. He was a sexy
Well, I'ma
werewolf
say-
for a man.
Nice.
Hold on, wait a minute. I like what Trent had to say. Go ahead.
I don't know if there's a real famous werewolf, unless you go with the one who was the guy way back in the days and in the black and white movie. What was his fucking
Oh
name?
yeah, I forgot.
Unless you could Bela Lugosi or something.
Oh,
yeah.
Boris Karloff.
Lugosi,
Boris
He
Karloff.
played as the Wolfman
Yeah,
in the
Boris-
traditional Hollywood films.
Okay.
I still have the footage.
If we don't go with Boris Karloff, I think I would say that there's a famous werewolf movie,
Okay.
and I would think that would be either American Werewolf in London or the Underworld shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the most famous werewolf of all time is Peter Stump. Now, Peter Stump is from he's a wealthy 15th century farmer
Okay.
from Begburg, Germany. He is
heard of
called
him.
the Begburg, Germany werewolf.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Now, he is the most notorious of all, and according to folklore, he turned into a werewolf-like creature at night and devoured citizens of Begburg, Germany. Okay?
Wow.
Yeah. He was actually a fucking serial killer that was eating people. Like, he didn't give a fuck. He was preying on their ass, like locking their ass up, killing them, eating them in the middle of the night. So,
Midnight.
yes, and he was also known
That's
to
the best time.
Freaks
Right.
come out
Middle
at
of the
night.
night.
Right, and he was
Freaks
also
come out at
I
yeah,
know, right?
also known for
At
cannibalism
night.
and witchcraft, and this makes him today the most famous. And now, why do I say that? Well, for the example, the movie or the book, The Exorcist, they are
Yes.
talking about this man in The Exorcist.
Are they? When?
Really?
When?
Yes.
With the first
Yes,
one?
yes, the
That's
very
one of my
first.
favorites. I was
What's his
feeling
name again?
His name is
Peter
Peter
Stump.
Stump.
Peter Stump.
Peter Stump. Peter
Yeah.
Stump. Okay.
Stump a hole
Yeah,
in
Peter
your ass.
Stump. He basically was in. I got the whole thing on him from likings
About
and
that
on.
Exorcist, Jay.
Yeah, I'll give you the exact dialogue
Okay.
for it. Yeah, they
You got-
called
you
his
got my heart
name.
beating fast. I'm excited.
But go ahead, I'll let you go. I'll give you the
No,
exact
no, no,
dialogue.
no, no. I was looking at it because I actually pulled him up too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he confessed. He was one of the guys on the wreck that we were talking
Yes,
about.
yes,
Okay,
yes.
okay, cool, cool.
Yeah, so they use his references from the book everything Exorcist, The Exorcist, and Doctor Who. It makes him the most notorious to this very day. So if you type in
In
the
the
most,
Exorcist, what did they get from him?
it was actually the priest. The priest made a statement, and I'm trying to find it.
Father Marin.
Oh,
said
okay.
something.
So I feel you.
Yes,
You-
yeah,
you-
the father. Yeah, the father says mentions him about that.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I thought you
Yeah.
meant he was a character or
No,
some
he was
shit.
not a character. They mentioned this man by name and by who he was
wow.
and what he
Oh,
and
wow.
said the guy from Germany and everything like that. They thought he was a vampire.
Let me ask you a question. I see
Werewolf.
here it says that the cause of death of that person, Mr. Stump, he was, but say execution by breaking. Is that what you think we
Yeah,
were
the
talking
rack.
about?
Yeah.
That rack. That's that
Yeah.
was.
Okay.
That's a good one. Execution by breaking.
Yeah, execution by breaking.
Wow,
Yeah.
that is scary.
But he was
What
also
if they had that shit today?
I'll be with a lot less crime.
It'd probably be a lot less crime.
It'd
if
be
they
a lot
had-
less
Goddamn
crime.
right.
yeah
They
yeah
had the rack today.
Shit.
I
That's
agree.
right.
fucked up.
Yeah, he was actually burned, but he was also burned at the stake as well. See, with these particular people, none of them were just killed at the stake. They were all beheaded, After
Not
that,
all of them.
They were the ones that the famous ones. They were all beheaded, and after they was beaten at the stake at the rack, they were beheaded. Then they were burned.
Yeah,
But
well,
once you
they had
begin,
they had a lot of
anything
different
goes.
tortures.
Right. Well,
Burning, beheading, the rack. Then they had what's that other shit where they have your neck and your hands.
oh yeah, that.
Yeah, that's a horrible one.
Yeah,
I know what
they
I
had
know what
that.
you're
That's
talking
very
about.
horrible.
It's
They had
I
that.
forgot that
But
one,
stop
but-
doing that, bro.
Torture.
Yeah,
The
that was
guillotine. The guillotine.
yeah the guillotine.
Oh, the guillotine. When they-
That's not
when
the
they cut
name
it
of
off.
it, but they had that
they
too.
Guillotine
had
is when
the
they cut it
guillotine,
off.
Yeah.
But they had the other one. They just
But
you just sit
when they
there
when they
like
put
that.
you in that one, that
Yeah,
was
they lock you in.
that was normally for stealing.
Yeah,
Ooh,
picture
damn.
that. as
What is the what's
anybody
what
could
happens?
just come
What's
up
the
and slap
persecution?
the shit out of you.
What happened? What's the
Well, what's
What
the
are they
pain?
doing?
What's the
Yeah.
pain in that
Yeah.
shit? Where you're like that for
Just try being
hours and
stuck
hours,
like
Probably
that.
like days.
like
Try,
that.
try letting us lock you like that for like
Right, and then
2-3
your
days.
hours,
I'm kind of weird.
and then your
probably
weight.
like that shit.
Well, no, here go the thing.
36 hours only.
She be like, do my feet too. Do my feet.
Well, here go the thing. Here go the thing about that particular piece. After so long, you decide your legs are too tired, right? And once your legs are too tired, you're actually choking yourself. Your whole body and
wow.
neck
That's
is.
what
Yeah,
it is.
that's
Okay.
the pain in that particular torture.
That is horrible.
Yeah,
You know
don't
they do
sign me
that
up
to
for
you
one.
in jail too.
Ow.
I don't remember.
You know
that.
how they make you squat against the wall like this?
Yeah, but they
All
well,
the new people in the first one that fall.
Harris
Oh,
County?
well, they had the multi-purpose room, and they
Yeah.
made you put your head on the thing and put your feet behind.
Yeah, they
them.
do all kind of
Oh, my
shit to your ass.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It's pretty
That's a whole
crazy.
nother podcast though.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm here like, okay.
Yeah, hell yeah. They do crazy
Right,
shit.
I have to take a wee wee, guys. So
Okay.
yeah, just put take.
Oh
a
wow,
second.
man, you couldn't do that. In the...
I tried to, but it
Wow.
just came up.
That's crazy.
He was drinking
Okay.
7-Up and it came
I
up.
know.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a love
7
thing.
came
No,
on
finish
up.
it up.
Okay.
Wow. Well, we're gonna go to a break, y'all.
Thank you. Okay, well we're gonna go to break then, guys.
Break time.
Okay, guys, I'm back. I had to take a piss, right?
You took a wee wee. You said it before we started.
Well, a wee wee.
He
There's a
did
difference.
say we.
I know. It's a
If it was
difference.
long, it was a piece.
Right.
You 10 years old?
Yeah, exactly.
right.
I'm 10. But here go the thing, though. While I was on break and I came back, right, I walked in and I told you that a female,
And your hands not wet at all.
because you dry them. That's why.
I dried your hands. Okay. Okay. We'll rock with
That
that.
7-Up got him.
So,
I know, right?
so anyway, a female wolf is actually a she wolf, but there's also another name for it. And I heard Dave R talking about
Was
it.
he listening through the fucking wall, David?
Go ahead,
I
David.
don't know.
Was
He
he
must
in
have some supersonic hearing. Well,
Nah, he was outside
another
the
word
door.
for a
He was
female
outside the
she-wolf
door.
or female werewolf is weef wolf.
Weef wolf.
Weef wolf.
That sounds like wife wolf.
I know it does. It's kind
I
of
know.
weird.
Wifey wolf.
Okay.
Wifey wolf. Okay.
Wifey
Right.
wolf.
I mean,
What about wolf pussy? Y'all ever had wolf pussy?
Pussy. Yeah.
I'm
no.
pretty sure we
You
can
know
get
what? You
some.
know
Heard
what
of
wolf pussy is?
no,
Some
I don't.
hairy
So
That's
ass
like
Don't shave.
I'm finna
Horse
explain
pussy.
wolf pussy. Wolf pussy is pussy from the cafe. That's like an
Like
older
chili?
woman.
Oh.
Probably had a lot of drinks. You know what I'm saying? Really not fine. Straight up and down. That's wolf pussy.
Oh.
Never heard. I thought I heard of that. But
okay.
that's not
You
the
never
word.
heard
I
of
thought
wolf
it was-
pussy?
I thought
That's
it
not
was.
You know what
Bad
wolf pussy is.
I thought it was you
was
just
a
didn't
hair
shave
wolf.
for the
So
summer.
anybody out there that know what wolf pussy is, y'all get in the comments if y'all know what wolf. We know. I know what wolf pussy is.
I never.
It's kind of musky.
Have you
Right.
had some?
I have. I can't even lie. I can't even lie. But I had to realize what I was getting. Oh,
Did you go
damn,
to
this
the
is wolf
cafeteria
pussy.
strictly for that wolf
No,
pussy?
no.
Okay.
I had to
You was
identify.
like, I want
Okay.
some chili and some wolf pussy.
No,
today.
this is
So
wolf pussy. Now I know to stay away
That's
from
what it
wolf
sound
pussy.
like.
I know the type.
Put some
I
onions
know
and
the
cheese
type.
on it. No, I'm going too far.
Okay,
Okay.
okay. Hold on, Trent.
All right,
Hold on.
come on.
Oh, wait,
Y'all,
hold on.
you done
I
had
wanna
some
know what
wolf
the-
pussy too, Jay.
I probably did, but I want to
Okay.
know. I want to know exactly what. How was it called? Wolf pussy. What made it wolf pussy?
Just think of a wolf.
I know what a wolf is.
Just think of a wolf's pussy.
And
then think of this woman in the cafe's pussy.
but I
They're the
can't.
same.
Well, they always got
It's
okay.
a wild pussy.
Okay, that's why it's wolf pussy. It's called a wild pussy.
Yeah, I think we need one more black person on this show to help me explain concepts like
Where
that
did you
to
get
Jay.
this term?
Well,
when did you learn it in your
I
life?
think, what movie did it come from?
It's exactly.
What
It's
movie?
exactly.
knows.
What movie?
Oh, so you guys at home don't know, and just in case you
No,
can't
they know.
count,
They know.
it is 5 black people in this room right now, and only
And I'm
one,
black,
and only one
I'm the
person
only
heard
one
of
know
wolf
what-
pussy.
I'm the only one heard of wolf pussy.
What if you made it up?
What was
Oh,
it?
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you
No.
what it's made up from. Friday.
Okay, that's
The
not.
movie
Man.
Friday.
Remember Pops? Bang, 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 bang.
Yeah, bang, bang.
I don't remember him
bang.
saying
Yeah.
that.
You remember old boy Mama was trying to get
Get at
with
him.
him?
Yeah.
And he was like, I don't want that wolf pussy.
Oh,
Yeah, that's wolf pussy. Remember the mom?
No, not really.
Okay. Y'all remember the mom, right?
Like, oh, I heard they call you Big Dick Willie or
Yeah.
something like that. He's
That's
like,
wolf pussy.
I don't want that wolf pussy. I'm trying to picture it.
So you guys at
Jada had
home,
wolf pussy.
right? Probably have. So you guys at home.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Trent.
No, I'm just.
I mean, no. So
There's no
you
wolf
so you
pussy
guys
in
at
there.
home,
I
you
know.
learned.
we got beautiful women.
Yeah,
in there.
you learned about how wolves
They got like
act,
rainbow.
what they do.
Vaginas.
Now you learned about
For real,
wolf
beautiful
pussy.
roses popping out.
You know,
Talk about pussy.
I'm sorry, y'all.
You know,
I'm tripping.
I don't know what that is, but we learned about it now.
What's
Now
that?
we know.
Wolf
Wolf
pussy.
Okay.
All right.
That's just something to beware, man.
It came from Friday, so that's
And I believe in it.
okay.
I believe in it.
have you had any?
Because you weed.
Damn, do we? Is this a loop? I know.
I mean, I can almost see wolf pussy when he said it. I'm like, what is that, man?
Like, get back, get
I
back.
know,
You know,
right?
you fuck her
Now,
and she howls.
Jay,
Woo!
Jay,
Exactly.
Can I say this?
The howl
given
is
the
that-
two women in the room who actually have pussy.
The howl.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you
Have
what.
I
wolf
thought wolf pussy
pussies.
was we just didn't shave.
no, I just
No.
thought it was a hairy monkey.
No,
Me
no.
too.
Like
Me
wolf-
too.
I'm gonna explain, Jay.
Uh-huh.
A wolf pussy's howl
Okay.
is that sound she make in the club when her song is on.
Okay.
Wow. Wow.
You are out of line.
That's
for
my
that. You are out
That's
of
that's the
line.
wolf sound. That's the wolf
No,
pussy
sir.
Can you
howl.
imitate the
No,
sound?
sir.
please?
Do it.
Can you imitate
No,
the
sir.
sound?
No. That's my
Okay.
song.
Okay.
There you go. There you
That's
go.
my song.
That's the wolf
Okay,
pussy
that's the
howl.
wolf pussy sound.
Yeah. Beware.
You fucking killed it, bro.
I'm just
Thank you.
you.
No, you just educated me.
You just pretending like you never had wolf pussy.
I didn't know what it was.
Okay,
Does
well
it
now
still
we
exist in
now
2021?
Now we all know.
We all
Now
know.
we all know
Okay.
what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, you guys at home have been educated as well as I have. Right next to this guy, I'm on the show. I just been educated about wolf pussy.
Hope it never get rabies.
Or rabies through the pussy.
Hey, and I know what he's talking about
My bad, bro.
that shit.
My
I
bad.
get it.
My bad.
I get it. I get
got
it.
me
Yeah,
spitting my drink out over here.
I get it.
Laughing.
I get it, man. So I mean,
Hey, but you know, there was these guys in Mexico. There's another werewolf disease. It's called congenital hypertrichosis
That sounds terrible.
terminalis. It's the one where the hair grows all on your face.
Right.
Oh, the wolf people in Mexico.
The wolf people.
Yes.
I know them.
Wow.
I actually seen them when I was a kid.
Personally?
And when I
Yeah.
visited Mexico.
Yes.
I actually seen them in person before.
Yes.
I've seen
Yes.
some wolf
Yeah.
pussy
Yes.
faces.
No,
Yeah.
wolf haired faces.
Oh, I think I have too.
It's called the Friday before they go to the barbershop.
No, these people have actually.
No, I know it's true. They're everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, did you?
they went to the prom and everything, and yeah, I saw them, and
Yeah.
you know,
Jeez.
mad
Oh,
love,
my God.
mad love.
And you know, through history, there was like people that had this
Right.
disorder,
Yes.
and they were in circuses, traveling circuses,
Right.
as the dog men or
what- yeah.
Or
werewolf.
wolfmen.
True.
Yeah.
And let's go back before that, this traveling circuses.
Yeah.
Can you imagine what was happening? They were being shot and killed and murdered. You know
I
what I
don't
mean?
know about that.
I'm
And
pretty
tried,
sure.
too.
I'm
probably
pretty sure.
were.
Yeah.
And that's a
Other
real wolf
nuances.
there.
Yeah.
That's a real wolf
Yeah.
part. You know what
I
I'm
mean,
saying? Like
if
you
they
In their
were-
said.
mind,
yeah.
they were
I-
ignorant.
I will say this: in
don't know
order
if it's
for
a
them
real
to
wolf.
protect themselves, they had to live in secured, isolated houses. But they had to take important, rich roles like businessmen, accountants, or politicians. But they would never show their faces.
So how you gonna be a wolf and a politician?
It was a rare condition and disease, but if you were rich and you were born in a family and you had that rare condition, you were well protected. But if you were in the poor ranks or whatsoever, you were immediately killed or cast out.
Maybe they was shaving all the time because they was rich.
Maybe I don't.
They could, but
That
you know,
hair is very thick. The ones
know,
I
I
saw.
know. Yeah, it was all in the face,
It's
all
all
here.
over
You
the
can't.
face. The
all
whole
over the
face is
face,
covered.
all over the body, but the skin is so sensitive. If you put your body out there in sunlight, it actually is more sensitive, and it actually causes a lot of bad skin problems.
So like a caveman.
yes,
But
Like
if I-
a what?
If I saw
Yeah,
that
like
running
I
through the
said,
woods,
caveman.
I would shoot that.
yes.
You shoot him?
Yeah.
You would
shoot
go
his
to
ass.
jail, bro.
If you saw that running through the woods,
Yeah.
you would shoot it because you're gonna think it's a wolf man.
That was a question I was thinking about at home when I was doing my research.
Who got a hairy back? I'm sorry, I just thought about that.
I got a
That
little
is
hair
so
like right
unattractive.
here.
I'm sorry. That was
I have to
so good.
shave that shit.
Like men with hairy backs.
Okay.
Okay.
But
I want to talk about that after you say that.
okay. So when I was doing my research, God damn, you made me fucking forget what the fuck.
When you were doing your research, you found out about what, bro?
I know. I fucking forgot. She got to talk about hairy backs and shit.
And Trish said,
And
"Ooh,
shit.
I'm in. That what you were thinking, shit?"
Well, you know what, Trent? Can I just go ahead and expound?
Go ahead.
While you think about
Go ahead, go
whatever.
ahead.
I just want, because we're the only female here and
Yeah.
females, and I just want to say that I dated a guy for a few years, and
A werewolf?
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
He was.
Okay.
I think he was.
Hairy
Because
back.
he Harry, everything. Everything was just too much hair. And then even when we took a shower and then he would leave hair everywhere, I'm like, fuck, I can't live with this. How can I grow with this person? I didn't because we're not together anymore. But the thing is that not only was he so hairy every fucking where, but when it was a full moon, y'all, I kid you not, he would lift his shirt to the moon all the fucking time and be like, just, and then he'll get like
She's
highly
looking like
intuitive.
she's having sex for the listeners.
Yes, she is looking like that.
You didn't know it
She's raised her
Okay.
shirt up like she was having sex.
All I did was this.
That's it.
Okay.
And I was
Did
imitating
you find
what he
that kind of
did.
weird?
Yeah, but
That shit
I
probably
did.
turned you on.
I was just like, what are you doing?
You probably started doing it too,
What are you
Erica.
doing? You know, I was just like, what are you doing, man? He was like, man, I don't think we should go to the bar right now. I'm getting a bad feeling about something. And every time he had a bad feeling, he'll lift his shirt to the moon, and he would be right.
Did you take off running?
No, because we were together for 3 years.
Wow. So you were doing the.
I was just watching them do it.
That's dope.
So you had sex with a wolf man.
Wow.
Apparently.
Yes, yes.
Well, hey,
I
let me-
would officially call you a
Interesting.
she-wolf
Yeah,
now.
I-
Respectfully.
Yeah.
No, a weef wolf.
I like the
Luna.
Weef-wolf.
Luna wolf.
You are the weef-wolf.
Queen
Erica.
Queen
Oh, weef-wolf, Erica.
Weave wolf.
Weef-wolf.
Well, hey, hold on. Let me tell you, man. Obviously.
But wait a minute, I remember my shit.
Oh, you
Yay.
remember it? Okay, go ahead.
So
Don't do drugs, kids. Go
what
ahead.
would happen? Do y'all think? Because Candy said no, that was him. Said he would shoot it.
Okay.
Okay.
So do you think if you looked out in your backyard and there was a motherfucker looked just like a fucking werewolf, and you end up shooting it, but it's a guy in a suit, do you think you would get away with that?
Yeah, I think you get away
First
with
of all,
it.
he in your damn backyard.
Huh?
Cause,
Oh, in your
First of all, he in your
backyard.
backyard, and I'm grabbing the shotgun.
Yeah, we in
yeah,
Texas.
you
He's
get
in my
away with it.
backyard.
Because
You
it
think
wasn't
so?
intent. You didn't have the intent to kill somebody. You was afraid for your life.
But just say you weren't
Stand
in your
your ground.
backyard.
Okay, if I weren't in my backyard, I'm
Just
going
say
to
you on
jail.
the streets, but he looks like a real fucking werewolf.
So what? It's called cosplay. You just can't go around killing people
But
for
what
what they
if,
look
what if
like.
you're so scared? It looks so real.
If
If he's coming at me,
if you
you
scared,
probably
you need to
beat
get
You
on
probably
the
can beat
internet.
it if
I
you
think
really
you
do
should
look
get
like a
away
wolf.
with that shit.
No, you won't.
So if he come
You
at you
won't.
like,
No, you won't.
Yeah, and you shoot him.
So
Okay.
how many people been shot on Halloween dressed up as Michael Myers?
not
None.
Halloween.
Well, I'm talking about
They
not
use
on
that.
Halloween.
That's the night you gonna
They
steal
use
wolf.
that. They actually use
You gonna
that.
steal wolf on Halloween because it's Halloween.
Nah. You go. People
That's
at home.
something to think about. Though,
It ain't
bro.
something to think about.
It
Don't even
is.
think about that shit.
It
if you
is.
shoot a werewolf in front of your house because he looked like one, your ass going to prison.
I ain't talking about like a gentle werewolf.
We don't know
I'm
if
saying
he's gentle.
An aggressive
Shit.
werewolf
Oh,
that's
it's a-
advancing.
Oh, if someone's advancing at you, this is
different.
Texas. We can shoot you.
Well, I'm
You
just
don't,
gonna
you don't
say-
even have to
I'm
be a
just gonna say they
werewolf.
was
I know,
aggressive.
right?
You could be a crackhead. Your ass is murdered.
yeah, I mean-
Wow.
Okay.
Shit.
Well, in tiny weird news, there is a cultural name for a Japanese name for a werewolf. It's called yokai, which is
Yokai.
known as a bewitched beast. Now, based on that, the yokai are basically transformed by the spirit transformation whatsoever. But there are different types of were beasts, which they have other names, such as a kitsune, which is a were fox, or tigodama, which is a were weasel, just to name a few.
So, for you people at home that does not speak this shit,
Japanese.
right? What he's actually saying is that other than a werewolf, there are other things out there from a fox and different things that it translates into that word. That's it.
Okay. Coach I, that's what you said.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go. But I want
Okay.
to say this here. Now, I told you that originally from Greece and about Zeus and different things. So some of our earliest writings after that, that is still today a sample, is the Epic of Gilgamesh.
Oh,
that's
Gilgamesh.
Gilgamesh.
The Epic of
Gilgamesh,
Gilgamesh.
Gilgamesh.
Please
Yes.
share.
Yes.
I love that.
So in that, he was basically when Gilgamesh was jilted, a potential lover because she had turned her previous mate into a wolf.
Oh, wow.
So that's where you find that. And
Yeah,
that's
that was
what-
like the first superhero tale.
there you go.
Yes.
The
So
Epic of Gilgamesh.
that's some of the earliest stuff that we still have today surviving.
Yeah.
Other than the,
Gilgamesh was a bad motherfucker.
other than
Oh, yeah,
the
he
Zeus
was.
Yeah.
words, you know.
love
But
it.
there you go.
Hell yeah.
And I mean, and so there's so many different places. It appeared in Greece, of course, because of Zeus and the Roman situation.
So-
oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
So it's been around for a long time, and people have believed this particular myth that people can be turned into werewolves or dogs at night, however you want to call them.
So now let me interrupt.
Well, go ahead.
Do you guys think that a werewolf could have been or could be a real thing?
I think
Yes.
Small like symptoms maybe.
You think
like
so?
she said with the.
I gotta,
So-
I gotta say yes because
I
Zeus
told
said
you
it.
I
that
say
it's
yes, too.
possible.
I say
Yeah.
yes because Zeus said it.
Foaming at the
So
mouth.
when y'all say yes, sound like Candy is saying yes, but not like in a supernatural aspect. It was some other explanation for
Yeah.
the shit.
Yeah.
And y'all saying
Yeah.
supernatural.
I say yes. I said that at one
to
point they
supernatural.
did to because Zeus said it. Stop breathing on the mic because Zeus said it.
I did not do that.
Oh, whoever it was.
Okay.
Because Zeus said it, so that makes it so.
But I say yeah because of
Zeus
the people
said
we
it.
talked about with the hairy faces and stuff like that.
It's a combination.
Yeah,
of
even
certain-
though they're not real wolves, or not.
But they might have been ancestors of
I
them.
second
Yeah,
that. Ego.
that's true.
Ego, I second that. But my primary reason would be the spiritual aspect, how you can transform. Go on.
I was just gonna say the most important thing is I think grooming. So if you studying it, you leaving it like you say with the whole hat thing, you're gonna pretty much turn into the fucking thing.
I guess so.
Like drinking the blood and all that. Yeah.
Or
You
eating the
You're gonna
flesh.
turn into that animal.
So even
Or at least get the characteristics.
Yeah.
right.
Characteristics
Like
of the
MP3.
animal.
So even in Nordic, right, folklore, right, the saga,
boogie?
the saga of Volslands tells the story of a father and a son who discovered wolf pellets, and they had the power to turn people into wolves for 10 fucking days.
Who did? The Celtics.
The Nordic.
Nordics.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Those guys.
Right.
yeah.
So the son and the father duo, they basically took these pellets and they was transformed into wolves, and they went on a killing rampage in the forest.
That's always fun.
Right.
What would be the funniest werewolf that y'all know of? The funniest werewolf.
Good question.
Teen Wolf.
I know we had Teen
Cookie
Wolf.
Crisp guy.
Oh
guy.
yeah, that shit was funny.
Wolverine.
Wolverine.
Wolverine, no.
was not a werewolf.
And Wolverine not a wolf.
That
Wolverine
was
is a
disrespectful.
form of a canine.
That was disrespectful.
No, he's not a
to
wolf.
Wolverine.
Yes,
I
it was
love
disres-
Wolverine.
He's a Wolverine, not a wolf.
That's not a wolf.
Exactly.
Yeah, Wolverine is not a wolf. It's a Wolverine.
He
Yeah.
looks like a.
I know, right?
Okay.
Do
It's
you
a
know
form
that-
of a canine.
Do you know that when Hugh Jackman got that role, he was actually growling like a wolf when he was filming, and the director had to come and tell him, "No, not a wolf. It's a Wolverine."
A Wolverine.
He didn't know there was an actual
Yeah,
animal
it's
called
an animal called a Wolverine.
He had never seen the comic book or nothing. He was just acting like a wolf. He was growling and shit, and they had to tell him to stop doing it.
No, I never heard that.
Yeah, I know. I seen an interview with him.
Yeah.
Explaining that story. and
So you
shit.
said
Oh,
the
wow.
funniest
Yeah.
wolf or the funniest wolf?
Yeah.
That's
We
a
got one Teen Wolf. That was pretty fucking funny.
yeah. Teen Wolf is
Michael
pretty
J.
funny.
Fox. That shit was funny.
One
as hell.
funny wolf.
Fang Face. That shit was funny.
Who
Y'all
was-
remember
who was Fang
Y'all
Face?
remember Fang Face?
No.
Back in the days, the little guy with the diaper and he had the two fangs in the front. It was a cartoon. Y'all don't remember that?
I got another one for you. You
No, I
gonna
don't.
Well, they too young to remember,
No,
but you
don't
should
say that.
remember.
Eddie Munster.
Aww.
Was he?
Yeah,
He was a
yeah.
But he
vampire.
had a widow's peak.
Yeah, he
Oh, he
vampire.
was a werewolf.
He was a werewolf. He was a
Wow, I
werewolf.
forgot
Yeah.
about old Eddie.
He was, but
That remind me of that. Look,
Widow's Peak.
He had a
yeah,
widow's
Yeah.
peak.
that's
we
it.
know
Yeah,
a few people like that. We
yeah.
call
My
it Eddie.
sons have it. So
Wow.
yeah,
Little wolves.
yeah.
Little
Apparently,
wolves.
I can't think of any friendly wolves, man. Like
Well,
I
funny
know
wolves.
one.
those two. Who?
Cookie Crisp mascot.
Oh yeah, Cookie Chris.
Is he a wolf, really?
Yes, it is. It's a
look-
friendly
I gotta
one.
look
I thought he was like a caveman.
I
or
gotta
some
look
shit.
this shit
Nah, he's a wolf.
Yeah, he's a new.
That's why he
He's a new
howl.
replacement over the burglar pit bull now.
Wow,
They
that's
put the
cool.
Cookie Crisp wolf now.
That's a cool wolf. But I'm gonna rock with.
Cookie Crisp.
I'm gonna rock with Teen Wolf though.
You
Me
Teen
too.
Wolf, yeah.
Me too.
I think Teen Wolf is probably one of the funniest.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, damn, I can't even. I'm really trying hard to think and shit, you know. And I don't know. You guys at home, if you can come up with a funny wolf other than Teen Wolf, all right, please text it to us. Let us know. Say something, because I can't think of any cool ass wolf other than Teen Wolf that was funny.
Let me ask you something. When we were talking about the vampires and the wolves, in the underworld, the wolves were basically used as, like you said, the hounds of hell, because they protected the vampire. Remember the vampire that was in
When they
isolation,
slept, when they
that was
slept.
exiled? And that was pretty something weird, that because it goes with what you're saying here, hounds of hell. And that's what I say, that vampires were stronger,
Intellect.
intellect.
I tell you, we're gonna
So
talk about
because
that
he
in the
made
after
them
break.
into
Yeah.
their hounds to protect him.
we gonna get back to
we'll
that
get
While
to
he
that
slept.
after break. So, guys, like I said, if you remember a funny one, let me know. Send it to us, and remember to send us, a tip or any show idea that you might have. But send us a tip by Cash App, okay, which is $DSB Media.
Or you can send an email to urbanparanormal13@gmail.com.
Yeah, and we'll be back after this.
Man, that was a great podcast.
It was a dope show.
Yeah. Great. Bye, guys. Bye.
So what you say?
Yeah, man, I have so much work to do. I have to get caught up.
Okay,
I'm
make
sorry.
sure you remember to lock the door.
I got
Be
you.
careful.
I got you.
Okay.
All right.
Take care.
Bye. Good night.
Bye.
All right, then.
Congress, 205 Republicans and 2 Democrats asked the Supreme Court to reconsider the unworkableness of those right to abortion in Roe v. Wade 1973 in cases. They have filed a brief in the upcoming abortion case due medical services versus Lee. And in today's weather, we're going to have
Just-in-Time Tax Houston is here to provide our clients with quality, fast tax services. Our tax specialists are available 7 days a week. Due to COVID-19, we will be providing our clients the opportunity to do virtual video meetings. Not only does Just-in-Time Tax Houston provides quality tax services, we also give our clients the opportunity
Hello, my name is Robert Richard, and I'm the host of an exciting new show called What's That Net Worth, where you and the contestants guess the cash flow of the most popular celebrities around today for cash and prizes. I want you to go to Ego Network TV on YouTube to watch the show. Please, please, please like, subscribe, and also follow us on Instagram at ego_network_TV. I'll see you there.
He was letting it play through. So
We back.
we already back, man. So I want to say this right off the top, right off the muscle, right? You guys, man, have been watching us and supporting us, and I really appreciate that.
Oh yeah.
So
Love
it was
man.
so the comment that Whitehead said,
Scott Whitehead, that's my boy.
right? He said that if the shrooms were in my sink, that they're probably already pissed on. So what that means is that he watched the episode,
last show.
the last episode where I
Yeah.
said I pissed in the sink. So here's the thing, man. I want you to send your information, bro. Right? we're gonna give you this as shirt, man.
Hold it up, bro.
I'm trying to
Okay,
hold it up.
see it. Hold it up.
Porn
Yeah,
star?
there you go.
Porn star.
Porn star. You get a free porn star shirt.
Free porn star shirt.
Yeah,
bro.
I know his information. He can come scoop that shit up.
Okay, yeah.
Scott, come get your T-shirt, bro. Come
Right.
Get your T-shirt,
I
Scott.
definitely want to say, man, thank you, man, for watching, listening,
Oh, yeah.
joking with us. On our people that are on YouTube that's making comments. Don't worry, we got you. We got you. Just keep it up. You know what I mean? I forgot the woman's name, but she said basically the difference between a vampire and a werewolf is the blood. And the thing is, you're 100% right, because werewolves don't give a shit about blood. They're eating meat. They're eating elks, deer, anything of that nature that's around at that particular time. And a vampire is just fucking blood, right?
Yeah, I think her name is Maria Jones. No, Mattia Gilmore and Maria Jones. What's up, baby? I see you.
Right.
Hi back.
You know what I'm saying? So we really appreciate you guys for actually supporting us and everything. And like I said, man, Whitehead, man, yo, bro, get your shirt. You know what I mean? Get your shirt.
So what have we learned so far today?
We learned a whole lot of shit. I learned that in a fucking in a club or whatever, right, or whatever you want to call that, there's wolf pussy.
We
right?
learned beware of the wolf
pussy. And
Well, actually, he said a cafeteria.
a cafeteria.
Cafe.
Okay.
Cafe.
Cafe.
Oh,
Yeah.
a more sprucey cafeteria.
Well, no, cafe, the old school
Cafe.
cafe with the woman
That's
smoking
where
a
you hear the
cigarette.
blues
You
and
see,
shit.
yeah.
You see all the old people dancing and shit.
Yeah.
That's a
So
cafe.
we learned that. We learned what a female wolf is actually called, and is not called a bitch.
Weave
David.
wolf.
Weave
Right.
wolf.
Weave wolf, she
Right.
wolf, and the head bitch
Luna.
is Luna.
And we learned that David would drink piss and mushrooms to
Yeah.
ascend
blender.
into Vikinghood.
Oh, there you go.
In the pathway of the berserker.
Okay. Okay.
Right. But you're not Nordic though, are you? Or are you
I
Latino?
thought he was Mexican.
I thought he was Latino. Yeah, right. I know.
Well, how can I say that?
Okay.
going with no
No.
well.
That's all right. That's all right.
Never mind.
That's
Never
all right.
I'm just proud of being me, the anchor man.
Right.
Let's just
Yeah.
put it that way, and
Right.
let's end the chapter of, I could be supposedly a Norse person.
Okay, whatever. Now let's move on. Let's move on. Now let me ask you this, guys. Like seriously, we're looking at way back in the day, people were being killed, just like the same way the witch trials were, vampire trials. I mean, werewolf trials. So I'm asking you guys on the panel. Period. Think about this. If you had the chance arose, and this shit is possibly real, would you consider being a werewolf? I'll start with not you. Ken.
I know, right?
I'm gonna start with Candy. Candy, would you? Remember at
Candy
night
would be
remember,
a sexy
remember,
werewolf.
remember at night when the full moon come, yeah, it's got to change.
No more club.
You
look cute with the pointy ears.
remember,
Candy. I think you should do
and
it.
think about this. You change, and your dog is in the room. There's a good chance that you might eat Fifi. All right. You change, and there's a baby in the room. There's a good chance you might eat little Maya. So think about this. Simple. Would you, the opportunity arose, would you become a vampire? I mean, a werewolf. I'm sorry, werewolf. No?
No. I mean, if I had an option, no.
If you had an option. Okay, Eric?
No.
No. Wow, just simple. Just no. Okay.
No.
All right.
Erica?
I'm
Erica?
gonna have to go with no, Jay.
I know
'Cause I
that.
like
No for
vampires.
1,000. Jay.
I'm gonna go with no for 1,500.
All right.
I'm not into werewolves like that. I like vampires.
Okay,
I
now.
like to disappear.
Right,
Leave me
right.
the fuck alone.
Okay.
Bite you. I like to bite too, so it
Okay.
makes sense for me.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Now I'm scared to even ask Dave R because it's gonna be some shit. But how many minutes we got left in the show?
I'm gonna keep this short and sweet and simple. I second with Erica. Period.
Okay.
Oh wow. You
And my
guys heard that
answer-
shit.
My answer is I don't want to be no supernatural shit, but if I had to pick between vampire and werewolf, I would pick werewolf.
Now, if I had to pick, yes. But if it was an option, no. I want to be something more.
Which one would you pick if you had the option?
A werewolf.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, that's cute.
I'll pick a
That's
vampire.
cute.
Vampire all the way. Magic tricks, immortality, high skills.
Yeah, well, for me, thinking about all of these different things, if I was a werewolf, right, that's awesome because, people I don't like. Just throwing it out there. So I can call you and say, hey, Tom, how's it going, man? What you doing around about midnight? He's like,
you gotta sniff butts to communicate.
It don't even matter. Tom was like, well, I'm not doing.
That don't matter.
Yeah, I'm not doing shit today, Jay. I'm not doing shit today. Well, I'll be over your house around about fucking midnight, Tom.
Well,
and I'm bringing some beer too, Tom. Hey, are your kids home? No. Good, Tom.
Why? What are you gonna do to Tom and his
Well,
kids?
at midnight, the door locked, and I transform into this fucking wolf.
Yeah.
Tom ass is fucking yesterday.
Oh, wow.
He's lunch fucking meat, bro.
It sound like you got that shit planned out, bro.
If I had to,
You had to be a vampire. I mean,
if I had
a
the werewolf. Yeah.
Well, do werewolves necessarily have to eat human meat? Can't they go like attack a cow or some shit?
They can.
Yeah,
They can
they're not trying to eat human meat. They're just there at the time.
Just whatever's there, they got
right.
Eat.
Yeah.
But just think of your clothing bill. You're going through
right?
all these
Ripping
clothes.
up all
No, I wouldn't. I swear to God, bro. If this was me, right, and I'm dealing
gonna
with
bust
fucking
through the clothes.
this is me talking to Tom. Tom let me in his house. I done fuck around, took a 40-ounce,
You take his clothes.
bust Tom over the head,
You
tie him
don't
up.
have to do all of that if you're a vampire.
If you're a werewolf, you're a werewolf.
Bust Tom over the head, tie his ass up to the chair, and I'll start getting naked. He's probably thinking it's gonna be some freaky shit going on, but I'm kind of laughing at him as my shit start changing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure Tom at that point is thinking he done fucked up.
Wow. Okay, that's
thought that
incredible,
out.
right?
Yeah.
You thought that out.
About this one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
Jay
Some of this shit
definitely
Jay
had
says is kind of spooky because it seemed like he spent a lot of time
Thinking about it.
thinking about it.
I can
you
see
know
you in
what
the
I'm
shower
saying?
just like,
Yeah, and then I would get Tom.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got every little step.
I'm
Every
just-
little step you take.
You goddamn right. And then when I wake up in the morning, I use his restroom. I shower myself up,
With his blood?
and I put my clothes back on and fucking walk out.
Then you sniff his butt on the way out.
No, I probably ate his ass. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
Well,
So-
Jay,
Wow.
you just got to be careful if you have like a weef wolf that you're going to be
Weef,
planning
I
to
know, right? He
to
damn sure
marry.
got a weef wolf. She gonna be dead on his ass when he get home.
Yeah, no shit.
I will.
You've been out all night. You
I
know.
know, right?
I will say, be careful if you have, kids. You may end up with a 100 kids, like in Hotel Transylvania, with the like the Wolfman ended up with his partner.
Wow.
I have no idea what that reference is.
Okay, basically,
No.
Just
Yeah,
no,
I know.
no.
I'm sorry.
No,
I'm not.
thank
Don't
you.
even do it.
just watch the movie.
Yeah,
Right,
exactly.
right.
There
But
you
here's
go.
the thing, though. If this werewolf thing was real, and I'm actually opening the door for my friend Dave R here, because if this werewolf thing was real, this disease was real, that to the point of the lore of you transforming, becoming huge, and doing that, right? Our government would weaponize it.
Yes.
They would use that to fuck people up. You know what I'm saying? Like real talk. And so you made the statement about the mind control, the different things that they spit that for me real quick.
The mind control, yes. If they are able to weaponize, werewolves theoretically, they would be able to take advantage of its animalistic traits by, using the whistle or use a form of a mind control using their references to get them all angered up just so they can go ahead and do their bidding whatsoever. Another thing, too, would be if they were to go ahead and weaponize it, too, they would take the genetic samples and then make alternate mutates to do, to send them out into the battlefield.
Okay, well, hold
And
on.
that was Bill Nye the Science Guy live on the Paranormal Podcast.
Right. Now, here's the thing about that. The reason why I brought that up, man, because we've seen in movies where certain werewolves have the ability to change not only to the moon, they could change at will by taking some type of drug or something like that.
Well, I think it's according to who's writing this.
Right,
vampire.
right. No, it is, and I'm not. That's what I was basing it on, and that that if we could really do these things, that they would probably weaponize this shit, and there'd be a lot of motherfuckers
wouldn't
dead.
you?
Yeah, I would.
If
too.
we was cool with a vampire, I mean, a werewolf.
Yeah,
hell
we would definitely weaponize it.
For
You know what I'm
real.
saying?
That would be a valuable ally.
You damn right it would be.
So let me tell y'all about this.
Okay.
February 18th, 2004, in the Pine Barrens of New Jersey, this lady, Lori Wickerman, and her young son, Ben, they were just going outside at night to turn off the Christmas lights. It was Christmas time. So they had to go outside and to manually unplug the lights.
Okay.
So she said they were there, her and her son, She's unplugging the lights one by one. She said she looked up at her son, and he had a terrified look on his face. He was staring at something, and she looked to what he was staring at, and it was a wolf-like creature about 7 feet tall, just staring at him. She said they both tore ass into the house, and as they ran into the house, the creature jumped over them and landed on top of the house. So they're in the house. They hear this thing still outside. They so scared. I don't know why they didn't call the police.
Right.
I guess the Pine Barrens is some secluded place. But the next morning, they go out and they see the tracks. And they take pictures and they take it to some track scientist or whatever. And it was they couldn't identify what it was. And she says this thing looked more like a werewolf, but the people in the area told her that it was the Jersey Devil.
Dang.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What year was that?
This was in 2004
Oh wow.
in New Jersey. Yeah.
Recent in New Jersey.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Holy cow.
So Trent, and when I said about weaponizing,
Yeah.
could all this folk? Now Zeus said it, so it had to be real. But
Why you keep saying that?
because he's the shit. Now, but the thing is that if there are werewolves, and it was early as 2004 that there was someone that thought a werewolf.
Yeah.
Could this what we're talking about actually be real? Like, could werewolves actually be real?
I'm gonna go with a strong fuck no.
But they saw it.
Well, maybe it wasn't a werewolf. I believe maybe it was some. I don't think the classic turn into the creature at full moon. No, I don't think that can exist. But I think some similar some creature that they can't explain that exists in the Pine Barrens. Yeah, Kazoon type.
You know, I'm turning into a fucking werewolf right
I
now.
know, right?
Right.
You took that vaccine.
Oh,
girl?
how
We're gonna have a lot of werewolves running around
we
this
will
motherfucker.
turn so sexual. We wolf.
No, she fucking lit that bullshit. It's called what that shit they call when they try to
Palo
play.
Alto.
Before
You okay?
it was your instance.
Did y'all have to go to her on?
Yeah, they were.
You know what it is, y'all. It's real.
I know,
It
right?
ain't COVID.
I know, right?
Right.
I know, right?
You know, I hope it's
Damn,
not
how did
COVID.
you do? She turned her neck backwards. That was cool as fuck. That was cool as Erica.
Smile for the camera.
That was just
That was cool as fuck.
yeah. She know where the camera at. She know where the camera.
Wow, I like
So,
that. I like that.
But it makes me wonder because you know, the island of Dr. Monroe and all those Monroe whatever, and all those stories.
He created all
these different things, right? Maybe there is something because they keep throwing up 7 foot tall, 7 foot tall. They keep repeating 7 foot.
Now that I believe
Yeah,
that they could be experimenting on all kind of shit, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
with any fucking luck, you know, one of us might get to see it for real. Maybe.
So what does everybody else think?
Do y'all?
Do y'all think that the classic werewolf could exist?
Well, not the
No,
classic.
I don't think the
just
classic werewolf
Just a
exists.
werewolf period.
werewolf
I
period.
think a werewolf in someone's mind could exist. Like we said, the person that thinks that they're a werewolf and believes that's like the people who think they're a vampire. They're not getting these teeth coming out, but they're actually drinking blood.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay, well then, let's say with this here. If you say it, believe it, you can manifest your reality to be anything it is, anything you want.
You can say you want to be something, and it would never happen.
How is that so?
Exactly.
Because it's like you can say you want to be a white man, and you would never be a white man.
Michael
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Michael
Michael Jackson
Jackson
did.
did.
too.
Michael Jackson
But no,
was not.
he turned into a white
He turned
woman.
to an alien. He turned into an alien.
Yes,
and
he
then
did.
and then what is the baseball player? He turned himself
Sammy
into
Sosa?
Sammy Sosa.
Yup,
He
he
turned himself
sure
into a white
did.
He
person.
turned himself into a weirdo.
Okay, but so
But I
my
hear what
point.
you're saying. We can agree that there's you can certain
No,
shit you can say
you-
all you want.
no,
That ain't gonna make it so.
You have to believe in what you want to believe in, and if multiple people find what you believe in exactly the same way, you can manifest your reality to be whatever it is.
Maybe.
It formulated
yeah.
from somewhere.
But what if
It came
nobody
from
believes
somewhere.
in that shit that you trying to run on them?
Hey, that's
Then
one
there's
thing.
no power.
I'm just saying that he says that he believes that it could be in your mind.
Yeah.
But if it's in your mind, I mean, who knows, man? I mean, you can believe. If you believe it and say it, you can manifest your
So
reality.
what you
to be whatever it
saying?
is.
So what you saying? If you say you a vampire, it don't matter what we think.
It don't matter what the fuck you think. Everybody dies alike.
Okay.
Look, bro, you can eat
Like,
as
you got
many people as
people-
you want. You will never be a werewolf.
You
You
got
will be a
people-
cannibal.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Go ahead, Candy. What you were saying?
Well, no, I was gonna say people actually do that. They shave their teeth and they do that.
Yeah, I know.
They think that's what
I
they
know.
are. So
Right.
you know,
And
They
and
got people who actually think they're fucking.
and they can
werewolves
and they
and
can fucking
vampires.
and they can bite your ass and it hurt even more because they got sharpened teeth.
I think that shit will probably hurt them more. You got all these nerves in your teeth, bro, and you, I don't know.
I don't know exactly. You don't know.
Yeah.
Just manifest, but you manifest whatever you believe.
Okay.
Whatever you believe. So anyone else? Because other than Dave R, we wait to him. Erica, could you answer Trent's question?
I'm just trying not to sneeze on y'all.
No, that's okay.
Please
Go ahead.
don't.
Go right ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
That took me a little Claritin. Okay. Now what?
Hey, you know that was sage that was burning.
I burned the sage. I did this.
Well, that was a sage incense that was burning.
But it was going in
It
my
was going
eyes.
right in your
It was
nose.
like
Oh, I'm
this.
sorry.
It was like, oh, you want to get cleansed, do you?
I'm
You
sorry.
know, I was like, yeah, but not that much.
Well, I know. I'm sorry.
So do I believe?
That werewolves are. Do you believe in the classic werewolves? He says, but just werewolves. in
No,
general.
just the elements of like we talked about earlier. Just the elements of certain aspects of it.
Okay.
You know, with okay, we got hairy motherfuckers walking around. I used to go with one, and
The moon.
People
cave.
go
I was gonna say
crazy.
being
People
the
go crazy at
lunatic
the moon.
with the moon,
right?
and
Lunatics.
and with the moon being able to represent and pull out your intuition more. I've witnessed this, you know, in this physical form. Like, okay,
Right.
but as far as and then I'm popping,
Oh, shit.
I'm popping hair and shit out, and a tail coming out my asshole. Like,
You scared me for a minute. Wow.
He said, "Tail come out the asshole."
my asshole.
Right.
I'm just saying,
Wow.
not in that regards to where, and now I'm a fucking wolf.
Yeah.
But no,
Okay.
not that. But just certain, like I said, certain elements.
Can you do that wolf sound again?
Which one?
The last one you just did.
Well, you know,
I could picture you having an orgasm with that sound.
Oh shit.
there you go.
Oh shit.
You know,
Strike that.
I find it really weird. I find it really weird is because I said manifest, right?
Yeah.
And you believe in it. Well, in the movie called Split, this is a movie.
Oh yeah.
I like that movie.
Right, in this particular movie, this guy kept saying that he was a fucking beast. He kept saying it, and believed it, and he made his skin tough. He was able to climb walls and do different things that normal humans couldn't do, even though he was still in his human form. And that's what I'm saying. People can believe it in their mind so much.
So you're encouraging the kids to go out and be werewolves, Jay?
I'm encouraging anyone.
No, we
Wait a minute, ain't no kids watching this show.
Hold on,
I know, right. I know,
I'm
right.
encouraging anyone that
Go out and be a werewolf.
If you believe whatever the fuck you believe, it can happen because you can manifest that thought into your reality.
You know what you sound like right now? G.I. Joe.
Oh boy.
You know how you
G.I. Joe.
knowing is half the battle.
That's
So
right.
get out there. Be a werewolf to
There
the
you
best
go.
of your ability.
Do whatever you want to do, man.
You fucking crazy, bro. That's why I
just
fuck
saying.
with you.
There you go. You know, so but I do gotta
Wow.
say, you know, I would think realistically today, being a werewolf in this society that we're in today would be the hardest thing in the world because we don't have.
I don't think so.
I think
that'd be
so.
I'll be
discriminated
the coldest
against.
fucking werewolf
Well-
there is, bro.
Well, I think that there's a problem with being secure and safe. We don't live in a wooded
You're
area.
undercover.
Everything is taken away. The woods are taken away.
But we have so much technology. We know when the full moon is coming.
Right. Oh,
we
you
get
say,
ready
so
for
you,
that
you- so
shit.
you saying we could drive out to the woods and hang out?
I'll go hang out right next to
And
my
it's gonna be
enemies.
another
Okay.
years,
Right
man.
before the full moon.
Well-
you know
Right,
what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
For
Well,
real.
also, if you're living in an urban area, you can use the urban as your advantage to use stealth techniques if you're a werewolf.
But you're
Wow.
gonna eat regular people, bro.
Exactly, and you can eat, pests
you want-
and animals,
Why do
and
I
little
want
cats
to? Why
and
do I
so
want to
forth.
kill regular people?
To survive?
How do you know you're even in that type of mindset? You're fucking turned into an animal. So
I
how
mean,
do you
You're an
even
animal,
know-
a non-thinking
All
animal.
you think about is it killer instinct.
Kill it,
like
right.
You just
Well,
want to
that's-
attack.
All right. I could say this one. if you turn into a werewolf and your animal instincts is taking over, it's nothing but survival and feeding.
That's what I'm
all it
saying.
is.
That's what I'm saying.
So okay,
He's speaking from an animal's
The
perspective.
fuck you ain't
right.
gonna be thinking about, oh my God, that's my God, baby.
No. It's eat and survive.
Right. So
right.
here go the thing. This is what I would say. So Trent just made the statement. So if he was a werewolf, right? So if Trent was a werewolf, we know he's a werewolf, right? Me and him both know. So I say, okay, Trent, you know it's about that time. He's like, yeah, Jay, it's about that time. So I have Trent clothes, okay? I drive his ass all the way out to a spot, let him go, and I know what he's gonna do. He butt naked running out there tearing up shit. Then tomorrow morning, I'm gonna
Free running, bro.
Right. I'm gonna come out there with some new clothes, right? And say, here you go, Trent, let's go.
You pick me up.
Right,
Yeah,
and
we
no one
good.
knows.
I done
All right?
ran in the wild. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
and no one knows. You know what I mean? But I
Wow.
can't. But being a werewolf in today's society, that's how we would have to do it because of technology.
Gotta go to the country.
You have to go out far.
Yes.
We couldn't turn. You can't take him to Big Mama house and this nigga turn in the bathroom.
No, can't turn to Big Mama house.
And a bathroom won't hold him.
Don't do
You
Big
know what I
Mama
mean?
like that.
Right. Everybody in the house getting lunch. It's lunch meat.
Hopefully, I will be able to discern friends and shit.
You
know what I'm
won't.
saying?
No, it's only an animal instinct. It's
So was
only
there ever a vampire? I mean,
a werewolf that nope.
like that?
Nope.
No,
They
never?
That's why they was used as dogs.
Not even what is that? Underworld?
Nope.
They couldn't tell their friends and shit.
Nope.
Nope.
Wow.
What if
Oh,
you
you
just,
lying?
like,
Teen
take 'em
Wolf
somewhere
could.
and lock 'em up?
Did.
Teen Wolf
He had his
could.
homeboy Nick, right?
Yeah.
That was a
He knew
funny
he was
one.
gonna fuck with Nick.
Yeah, Teen Wolf
What is his
could.
name? His
Oh.
best friend.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
Well, the serious ones could not. Right? The
serious
serious
ones.
ones could not. The funny ones could.
I know, right? Okay, we got a question over here from OZ.
I always thought that the werewolves were servants of the vampires.
Right.
No, well, what he
Yes,
said, he
I would-
always thought that werewolves were servants.
can-
That's what I was talking
vampires.
about on the last one.
Right. Okay. Let me answer
Well,
that.
I was stating this question for the listeners.
For the
'cause he
listeners,
don't have a
right?
mic.
Let me answer that one. Okay, so a long time ago, they
And that's not
decided,
true.
right? They decided to write the two lores together. All right, so the vampires became the sleepers at night, and they used the werewolves at the daytime to hide or to protect the vampires. Okay,
No. How is that when they turn at night in the full moon?
No, but see, okay.
In this movie, they
okay,
didn't.
okay. Let me
Yeah, that movie they did.
let me explain. Not movie. I'm just talking about the folklore
folklore,
between the
okay.
two. All right. Every night the vampire does not change. It only change. I mean, werewolf did not change. It only changes
On the full moon.
on the full moon.
Yeah.
So at night, right? The same way we know in the folklore how they would get the vampire would get that guy who doesn't turn into a whatever he watches it in the day. Well, those were actual werewolves later on in the
Okay.
folklore. And the thing about that is as close as they get, as close as the full moon get, like it could be 2 days away, 3 days away. Those people are super strong. They're not like the regular humans. They will tear your ass
So what
apart.
movie is this one coming from?
This is not coming from a particular movie. This is actually coming from the folklore of,
It's
of
coming
writing
from the Necronomicon.
of writing the writing between the two groups, and this is what they end up making a movie later on based off of that crap.
I think
But
Okay.
didn't they say in one of the movies, I think it was the Lycan movie, the Underworld, that certain ones was not able to turn back. They couldn't make themselves turn back, so they always stayed
Yeah.
as a Lycan because they didn't have.
Right.
What if you could be a vampire and a werewolf?
Well,
that
that's what it
actually
was.
happened in
That
the
was
first
Underworld.
Underworld.
Oh, yeah, this was
Wow.
first Underworld.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the first Underworld. That's
What
what
was
they
that
did.
called?
It was called Underworld.
It was called Underworld.
No,
It was the
what
first
was
one.
the offspring of those two?
Some
called?
green.
I forgot the
No,
name
it
of
was
it.
a
Looking
blue
freak.
green looking
A
hybrid.
werewolf.
No, there was a
Hybrid.
Werewolf?
there was a name. Yeah, but they were hybrid. They were hybrids. and it was-
Werewolf?
No, I don't know what they called.
a
That. I
mix
can't
of
They
them.
didn't
remember.
had a name. It was us for us to debate what was it called, but
Right.
all we know that it was a chosen hybrid. That's
What
all
would you call
was.
it, David? What would you call it?
Well, we don't have enough
a
evidence.
hybrid.
to
bat
say.
wolf.
I would call it
Werewolf.
badass.
I know,
It's a
right?
hybrid, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
all right. You know what? Let's go
Peaches.
with
I call
Ego's
it peaches.
statement. Badass.
Yeah, yeah. I
Wow.
I just got to say that it's kind of weird because throughout the folklore, they've made it so bad, but then some kind of way through pop culture, they turned the werewolves into lapdogs for the vampires.
I didn't see that.
Well, yeah.
It was in the first movie.
Yeah.
You caught on the subtle hints.
the first
Which one is that?
Underworld.
Underworld.
Okay, we'll see. I was really wasn't an Underworld fan. I really didn't watch
Yeah,
it.
but
man,
if you want to see the third
you
sequel,
need to
you'll
see the
see
writing
how.
in the books of that.
The
That
first
is-
one's pretty good.
Yeah,
Yes, it is.
I
Underworld.
really didn't even watch none of those.
Even the second one, I like the second one too.
Yeah, all of them was good. It told that
Yeah.
story, and it
Yeah.
was, and it talks about what I was saying, how they had got them to be that way, but then how one guy, Lucius stands up and say, we're not that type of person.
Well, I'm used to shit like the monsters. That's the werewolves and shit.
The monsters.
Wait.
monsters.
You're talking about the classic
Herman
Hollywood
Monsters?
monsters?
The monsters, motherfucker.
Oh, wait, the sitcom monsters.
And there was,
Yeah.
and that's the werewolves you used to.
Yeah.
The fuck out of here! How you used to that shit?
I mean,
Out
because
of the
that's
monster?
How the fuck you
What we
used to that
talking
shit?
about?
That's
there's
the
a-
new wave shit. Underworld is new,
no,
bro.
And American Werewolf from London is new.
no.
Okay, and so you
In American Werewolf in
you-
London, that
you-
type of shit.
you relate to the fucking monsters.
And,
Not-
and
not-
American Werewolf in London.
I had to bring American Werewolf. American Werewolf and monsters are two different things. They don't even fucking sit in the
Okay,
same
so
room.
where you going?
What I'm saying is, Trent, ain't no way you used to goddamn monsters, because that's some bullshit.
bro.
No, you use more of American Werewolf in London. That a motherfucker that's
so
running
you-
around killing motherfuckers.
So you
that's a werewolf.
you're telling me what I relate to, basically, right now.
Yes, I'm telling
Okay.
you. We grew up in the same time
I
period.
guess I relate to Underworld. I never seen the shit.
Okay.
I tried watching it. It didn't catch me.
Okay. So you don't have to know about Underworld,
Okay.
but you know about
But
when they sent an American to London, he kicked everyone's ass.
He did.
Pop culture
He-
news
he
just
ate-
coming
he
right
ate
up.
everyone up.
Pop culture news just coming right up for all the video game nerds. I'll make this very quick. There is a video game adaptation called John Taliban, who's a werewolf who fights in a kung fu form. Next to the next game called Killer Instinct, there's a werewolf named Saberwolf,
Killer
who
Instinct,
yeah, from
yeah.
Killer Instinct that everybody plays. Thirdly, there is a past video game that was in the late 80s, it processed in 1989, called Alter Beast, where you could play as the protagonist who turns
Altered
into a
Beast.
werewolf. End
Yeah,
of story.
that was a
Now
good
back
one.
to the whole thing.
I forgot about that.
I forgot
with
about that
David,
until he said
Altered
it.
Beast.
He
But
forgot
Jay,
it.
the only reason why I brought that up because I never just thought of the werewolves being like lapdogs for vampires and shit.
Well, when you said that, right? You're right. We come from the same time period. Everything we saw the same.
Because
thing.
they was always fighting each other on the shit I saw.
Well, I get the monsters, but that shit quickly changed.
And then they was friends on the monsters.
That shit quickly changed when we saw the movie called Werewolf. Even if it was a black and white, we saw this thing turn into a werewolf.
Yeah.
But then it completely changed forever when we saw American Werewolf in London.
Yeah, that was
That
the
fucking
shit.
werewolf destroyed every fucking body.
That was the shit.
And could that be subliminal to you guys at home? Think about it. You send an American to the UK, and what happens? They just fucking kill everything around. They don't give a fuck. They kill every fucking thing around. Think about that for a second. So now they need to make another movie called A German in America?
I guess so.
German Wolf in America.
Well, I guess didn't they make a sequel, American in Paris or
That was
something?
Paris.
American
Yeah.
Werewolf in
In
Paris. Yeah, they
American
did.
In Paris.
Yeah,
That was no good.
So
wasn't.
shit, that shit was
You
fucked
liked
up.
it?
That shit was fucked up. Yeah, I liked it.
Okay.
I just think that it's kind of funny. They trying to tell us wherever Americans go, they got to fuck up shit. That's just kind of funny.
Wow. Okay,
But-
American.
Yeah, straight up American. I'm just saying that in that point, I'm just making a point that the werewolves became very violent after the monsters.
Yeah.
And that's when we saw it, when American Werewolf in London changed our life. It changed our life so much that Michael Jackson said, I want that. I want that from Thriller.
I hear a vampire right now. Y'all hear that nose?
Probably
me.
the screeching
I
air
know,
conditioning
right?
noise.
I know, right? Look,
Well-
it's not my
Well,
nose.
I said vampire, but a werewolf, Michael Jackson Thriller saw that American Werewolf in London.
Yeah, I heard you.
Right, and he did that, and that was a wrap. The world has been changed forever for werewolves and everything.
From that one movie.
From that one movie. It changed. Because I didn't, before that movie, I never thought of a werewolf as being a bad motherfucker before that movie.
Yeah.
Before that movie, I don't remember any.
The Howling. There was some bad motherfuckers in the Howling.
I think the
No,
Howling
the Howling
came
is after. It's after
No,
American Werewolf in London.
No, the Howling is before.
That's 80s.
Howling is before.
Howling was in the 80s.
Yeah.
Okay,
Shit.
yeah, buddy.
Erase
It's after.
It's after.
It's after.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think so. I believe so.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, the American Werewolf in London, it will be considered Hollywood, and the Howling will be considered independent.
Independent.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Who made that movie? I'm sorry.
Who made American Wolf in London?
Howley.
I don't remember who made that.
Okay.
I do know who made
American-
American Wolf in London. It's John Landis.
Yeah.
Because Michael Jackson said I wanted him.
Okay. You said that 3 times.
Oh, okay.
What was the previous question? When was
There
the,
was none.
Howling.
We going to we out of here, man.
Okay.
Hey, okay, well, yeah,
Yeah.
let me wrap up. Hey, guys,
Yeah.
man, we having so much fun, and this is very debatable. We're just having conversation for you guys, okay?
Yeah.
So I want you to know, man, we really appreciate you. And again, Whitehead, this is your jersey. This is your shirt right here because you are watching every episode, and you just proved it by this what you said in the comments.
Hey, he's a porn
Hey.
star now.
Right. You know, so you guys at home, please cash us, cash app us at, $ DSB Media, keep the lights and everything playing, right? And, send us emails about new show ideas. If you want to be on the show, just a story to tell, just send us that shit too at paranormal
Urban Paranormal 13 at gmail.com.
That's it right there.
Hey.
So we'll see you guys at the next show. And I am JH.
And I'm your moderator, Trent A. Johnson.
And we're bidding you good night.
Hey.